Já de LB, tem guerra em todas as quedas. Pacote hypado no traje, vamos ser campeão, então esquece. Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho, e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono, acredita foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome, MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF, brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
Correndo pela viela, nasce no gueto, toca na pista e no bico. Sempre disseram que a vida é um jogo. Durmo tarde, acordo cedo. Mano, acredita no sonho, perca tuas noites de sono, faça valer. Também disseram que eu não era capaz, e quem disse viu tudo isso acontecer. Melhor da minha área, melhor que tá tendo, melhor que ninguém, só melhor que eu mesmo. Minha voz ninguém cala, já viu que vencemos, que nós é o trem e talento tem mesmo.
We are live! Welcome you all to the round number 15 of LBFF Season 6. I am Marcelo Ferrantini, your commander, your captain for the night. And of course, I'm not by myself in this amazing flight throughout the 6 drops of today. I am sighted by my co-pilot Carol Bombshell, and this rainy Monday evening here in Brazil, we'll bring you guys all the action of this last week, second to last week of LBFF this season. And Carol, of course, you have lots and lots of insights to bring us today. How are you doing, Carol?
Hello everyone. Thank you, Marcelo, for having me for the first time this season on Monday. So enjoy your stay, have some dinner with us because this is going to be very tasty. Group B and Group C today, and personally I think those are one of my favorites ones to watch when we are going to see a lot of things happening. But before that, we gotta check our table.
Yeah, we gotta check our standings for you guys to see the picture of how we're starting this third day of the week here, closing up one more cycle with all teams finishing up this day with the same number of maps played. We still have B4 leading with 594 points. Amazing run by B4, going for the 600 points. Still today, we have Corinthians, and then we'll have Loud playing today, Esports playing today, so 3 of the top teams will be playing here today. We have Fluxo, Netshoes, Miners, Tropa, Team Coda Solid, who is not playing today, but Fluxo, Netshoes, Miners, Tropa, Los Grandes, Metagame, and Amazon Crips, Fúria, Real, and XD playing today, so fights for the top 12, and fights against relegation right now, Carol.
Yes, our stands are looking very strong, and yesterday Corinthians did their homework, but maybe it was not quite enough because Loud and Esports will definitely come to contest the top against B4, that is also defending their 94 points. But also we are going to watch Fluxo Team, Netshoes, Miners. They had a completely different performance throughout the past weekends, and like Marcelo said, we gotta also pay attention on the bottom.
Yeah, we gotta pay attention on the bottom, and we gotta pay attention as well as with the players that are running for MVP, because today the fight for the kill leaders, the top of the kill leaders list will be tough. We'll have MTS playing today, we'll have Iago playing today, we'll have K1 playing today, and despite Chinese and Vichin XP not playing, we'll have great players trying to get to MTS who can get to 100 kills today, Carol.
Oh yeah, indeed, especially Iago, who is being one of the keys for B4 team. I'm pretty much sure he is going to come today also to contest the place where MTS it is right now. A lot of kills to be done, and we know that MTS, it is kind of the joker for the SS Sports squad, because even though he's not much the front line, he's always scoring with the grenades, and we know that to be in LBFF is to be aware of the new meta using the grenades, also paying attention on players with double vectors, and in Kalahari specifically, the snipers.
And of course, we're talking about the players who will be playing today. We gotta know which teams will be playing today. We have the schedule coming for you guys to see. We have groups B and C going at each other with Amazon Crips, Fluxo, Los Grandes, Netshoes, Miners, Esports, and XD against B4, Fúria, Loud, Metagaming, Real, and Tropa, Carol.
Amazing. And like I said, personally, I indeed like to watch those two teams fighting against each other. We know that Esports been showing great performance this season. They are one of the favorites to be the champions, but also before surprise us when they took this big leap in our table. So today it is the day to see Loud coming, SS coming, also Tropa, who was the newcomer this season, who got the best performance in development throughout the whole season. It is here as well. And Marcelo, seems like since we are talking about Loud, since I think Will were the most selected one, most among the players for the FF squad.
Indeed, he was. We have the list of the players that were the most casted for this round 15 on FF squad.
I chose him.
Join us. You chose Will. I'm trying to get here my squad because I don't actually remember. This weekend we had to choose 3 squads for Saturday, for Sunday, and for today. So I'm taking my time here to get my squad. But we have K1 and MTS.
Can I say mine since you're looking for yours?
Please bring yours.
Okay, for this Monday specifically, I chose Dog Black as my coach, not because he's cheap, but because he's helping the improvement of the squad.
You learned nothing with me. You learned nothing with me.
Low battle from before that I think even though he's not that expensive and important like Iago it is, I think he's a different player. Will as well, God Kill, who is in the second most selected player in this round, is Spill because I think he's a good rush and double vector, and Tattoo.
I brought Butter, the coach from SS Esports, the team that scored the most points in confrontations between Group C and Group B. D3 from Tropa.
Nice.
VM7, our God and Savior. Rafa X, who became a starter for Los Grandes since last weekend. Broilo, who is doing an incredible job, and Luignet from XD.
Luignet, I like the choice of Luignet. He's been doing an amazing job for XD team, especially. I think most of the kills, it's coming from his hand.
Him and Angelo.
Amazing.
Both are the top killers for this squad. And we're talking about a lot of players over here. And all of them, since last weekend, we are watching this on our hub during the game. The places where the players come from, the states that those players are defending. And it shows us a little bit of how big is Brazil and how spread is Free Fire around Brazil. Here we see the graphics on the states that has the most players in LBFF. The state who has the most players is São Paulo, then Rio de Janeiro and Minas Gerais with 11 players, and then we go to the north of Brazil. The 4th state with the most players in LBFF is Amazonas. We also have Bahia with 5 players. We have Goiás, Paraná with 5 players. And there are only 2 states that we do not have players in LBFF, which are Acre and Roraima. So it's incredible to see how, and Sergipe, we don't have players from Sergipe as well. But it's incredible to see how spread is Free Fire in Brazil.
Yes, indeed. For those who are lovers of Free Fire like I am, have been playing online against other players, and it is always so fun to share your culture around the rounds that you play, the matches that you play online with Free Fire with players around the whole Brazil, right? So I have been playing with players from the north, from the northeast, and I really enjoy this exchange of culture. And that's also really good to see in LBFF, showing that not only, even though we have most of the numbers coming from São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, for example, Amazonas, you still have a lot of other players representing themselves from another parts of Brazil. And Marcelo, I really enjoy to see this kind of picture, but what I would enjoy even more is to see if some players have something to say about the regions.
And we have some things said indeed, Carol, about from R7 and Broilo. R7 from Bond, Broilo from the Netshoes Miners, who come from the same place, but who have, they come from Pará, but who have a few differences on how they approach Free Fire, and we gotta stay tuned about it.
Ser o único representante do Pará, mano, quando eu fiquei sabendo disso, eu fiquei muito feliz.
Eu fico muito feliz com isso e sou muito grato por poder estar representando cada um do nosso estado aqui na ENG do Free Fire.
É uma cidade onde eu nasci, uma cidade onde eu tinha nada, e hoje eu puder estar aqui onde eu tô, é graças a Deus e muita dedicação minha. O conhecimento no Pará veio através da atualização que teve no jogo, que muita gente não sabia que eu era do Pará, e eu sou nascido lá, fui criado lá, e recentemente eu mudei de cidade, mas eu continuo ainda no Pará.
R7, não pode agora, o bonde tem que encurtar o espaço, garantir a eliminação e levantar os dois colegas de equipe. Tempo pra isso tem, acabou levando a melhor, agora é R7!
Eu fico muito feliz por poder inspirar outras pessoas do meu estado e também por ter conseguido realizar meu sonho. E eu quero que cada um de vocês saiba que se eu conseguir, vocês também podem.
É igual, mano, nunca desisti de sonhos, porque a caminhada não é fácil. Se um dia eu chego aqui, todos conseguem. Então é isso, mano, nunca desista, é nóis.
Beijo, mãe!
This is incredible to see how spread is the culture of Free Fire here in Brazil, and we are made of the people not only in Brazil but all around the world. And of course, since we're so into your life, we want to ask you for a little help over here. We are running for the best game of the year on the Esports Awards.com, the most important worldly prize in esports, and Free Fire wants to bring you guys this trophy, this prize. So join us and vote for us on esportsawards.com and bring you, our community, this prize, Carol.
Yes, of course. So vote for us, help to shout Booyah for this award, because it is also really important for each one of us, as I am Free Fire, Marcel is Free Fire, the whole crew behind the cameras are Free Fire, the players are Free Fire, and like R7 said, if he did, all of us can do as well.
And of course, we count on you guys, but we also count that the maps are going to show up here, and we will bring you the predictions, the studies for these maps of this weekend, of this Monday, I mean.
Yep.
And we know that it's always unsafe to bet against Loud in this Purgatory map to start the day, Carol.
But unfortunately, yesterday was not a glorious day for Loud because they didn't get any Booyah. I mean, only 3 teams got a Booyah: Corinthians, Vivocade, and Furia team. That was indeed excellent, especially coming from Furia team get a double Booyah this time of the competition. Today they will also play, so they needed to keep this regular game. But like Marcelo said, it is kinda not right to say that maybe Loud will not get the first Booyah, because they were getting the first Booyah in a row in the Purgatory.
They were indeed, week after week, round after round, were getting the Booyahs to start the day in Purgatory. And even if yesterday they didn't get Booyahs, they got some good points. But since you talked about Furia, it's important for us to say Furia got a Booyah in Purgatory yesterday. In the second Purgatory map of the day, they got the double Booyah. They were the top scoring team of the day. So what can we see from Furia today?
Well, I hope they take advantage of this double round. Of course, yesterday they had an incredible performance, a different game. They set new strategy. They came for the quick rotation. So today, I hope they keep the good game.
And if we are going to watch their good game, we were watching from the top because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R15 T1 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrandini, and by my side, my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first destination, Purgatory map. Here we go, as we see all the teams spreading through the map and going to their favorite drop calls. Everything remains safe and sound. Brasilia with before meta game. The Mabel works this time with the Tropa, and Quarry with SS Sports. Today, Vivocade is not playing, so Amazon Creeps have the safe zone, the blue zone, all for themselves. But it seems like XD is also going there.
And we are watching already some shots trying to take Brenin out of his game. We see Real that has become an aggressive team those past few weeks, now trying to harm XD a little bit, but they lost sight of the players from XD right now, Carol. And the newcomers will have some time to progress. They who are coming from 2 straight rounds with a Booyah after, I mean, 6 weeks with no Booyahs, right?
Yes, took them a lot to get their first Booyah around here, but it seems like right now they got that. Unfortunately, was a little bit late, but it's not impossible for them to dream to participate of the access group, which will give them one more chance to play next season. And it goes the same for Real Esports that is playing today and Furia team. So, like Marcelo said in the beginning of the night, we are going to watch a fierce fight in the bottom of our table.
And Carol, the distance was so big between the teams that were on the bottom that Furia scored 72 points yesterday and got to the 16th position. If they score 72 points today, they would probably be fighting for the 8th or 9th position in our rankings right now. The leap would be giant.
Yes, indeed. And talking about leaps, Furia team, after the past 3 rounds, they score more than 4 points, and that wasn't happen since the first 5 rounds. So they are growing, increasing their performance around here, and that's working really good for them so far. And today the expectations not only take advantage of this double round, but trying to keep the regular game from yesterday, trying to go for the quick rotations, not engage into early fights, and try to, play more. Lose, exactly.
And we have this fight going on against the relegation zone for the top 12. And what impresses me is that we thought for a lot of times that some of the teams that got to 370, 380, 400 points would be clear and free from the relegation zone, and that just didn't happen. They were still being harmed by the risks of the relegation zone, and I am trying to get here the correct information on how this happened last season. Because since the beginning of this 6th season, we've been talking about this being the most balanced season we've ever had.
Yeah.
Last season, Team 1 was the last one on our rankings and got relegated with 411 points. God Unidas got relegated with 480 points. And Vivocade led our table to finish the regular season with 726 points.
Wow.
We're getting to this final weekend that we'll have of regular season next weekend. And the leaders before still ain't reached 600 points.
Probably they will reach today because we are kind of getting in there, the 600 points. But what you're saying that Vivocade by this time were already reaching the 700 points.
I'm gonna check this out right here. After this fight between Real and XD, that is still happening right now. We know that XD has that high ground advantage, but they are out in the open, and now the grenades are coming in. They're trying to harm DZN over there. And now DZN goes down by another great grenade by VM7. Thank you, my lord and savior. Scoring for my team on FF Squad. However, Luignet went down. Phone, stop shooting Luignet. You can't shoot Luignet, but Luignet is down. Angelo puts Phone on the ground. And now Autoboot tries to use the grenades to put Brenin down. Brenin has the Balbao and the Chrono to protect himself. Another grenade from Autoboot. Autoboot will put Brenin down. But now Amazon Creeps are getting to the fight as well. Salis puts VM7 down, and there's one more player down. VM7 goes back to the lobby. Amazon Creeps takes 2 players from Hell. Loud is getting to the fight. Los Grandes also getting to the fight. We're having a battle in the open here in Purgatory to start the day. And now Brenin will put 2 players down. He sent Autoboot back to the lobby. While Los Grandes and Loud engage against each other. And we have Amazon Crips with a great rush going after the players from Real, and Real will be sent back to the lobby by Amazon Crips, who got 3 kills in that fight, Carol.
Wow.
Now they have to deal with XD. We're talking about a team that plays for positioning, not for kills, and with a smart strategy, they joined the fight for the kills and are now going after XD. Angelo goes down. Salles will go down as well with the mine by Angelo, but only one player down by Amazon Crips. XD will be eliminated as well, and now they have to deal with the approach of Loud and Los Grandes, Carol.
Yes, right now it is crucial for them to stick with the position. A lot of teams will come eventually to rotate it through fields. And looking fierce like that, 5 eliminations right now, they gotta defend their position, try to take this to the end game, and, you know, survive and get one more buoy around here, because they are looking strong today. Like you said, they are a team that worry about position, but today they come with a different strategy. And we haven't seen since the beginning of this rounds, Marcelo, since the beginning of this weekend, that most of the teams have changed their strategy to take their best game to the finals, and that's happening the same with Amazon Crips. I'm liking what I'm watching right now.
To finish off that line of thought that we were having, when all teams had 60 drops last season, SS Esports was the leader with 592 points. Today, B4 has 594, and they will still be playing today. So they will still be scoring. They can probably open up a gap of 50 points ahead of what SS Esports had last season. Team 1 had 352 points. Furia, and the first team away from the relegation zone, who was, let me check this here again because I closed up the document, was God Unidas with 396. What I'm saying is, our season is more balanced than what we had last season, because we have the teams that are fighting for against the relegation zone are pointing more than what they were last season. However, the leaders are scoring more as well.
Right.
We're having teams on the middle all together, all grouped up.
Yeah, close with.
We have the exceptions, of course. The teams on the top and the teams on the bottom, they are exceptions, but the teams on the middle are way tighter than they were last season.
Yes, I agree. I think the balance that we are talking about, different from the last season, it is in the middle of our table with the points really close. We got a really increasement on the points for who's fighting on the bottom, and in the top we have a different scenario where Vivocado was way ahead in points by this time, and before it's only with 500 trying to get the 600 points. And oh my gosh, Marcelo, Netshoes, Miners, and Fluxo team.
Netshoes, Miners, and Fluxo going at each other. Nobru is in play today, not Godkill. I'm sorry who casted Godkill on FF Squad, but he's not playing today because Nobru is in. And now we have the grenades from CS trying to find some space for Fluxo to open up a gap in the defense of Netshoes Miners, while we see Peu playing for the Netshoes Miners. We see Peu na atividade, Rick and Train, not Broilo as well, so life comes around, goes around. And now Jabba BKR gets the kill on the player, and Nobru will go down, while Peu tries to open up and get the kill, get the finishing on Nobru. Fuck will put Peu down. And look at Killet doing an amazing job against Los Grandes, while a player from Los Grandes put D3 to the floor. That's all I wanted, my player being killed by his teammate.
I'm loving it.
Natividade will put Nobru down once again, and Los Grandes will be eliminated by Killet and D3, getting points for myself. And now we have Natividade going down. Fluxo will win this fight because Netshoes Miners chose a poor way of attacking, and now Rick is the last player remaining. He puts Cias down, he tries to survive, but Fox brings the fight in and sends him back to the lobby. Netshoes Miners go down in the 9th position. Right after Los Grandes also went back to the lobby, Carol.
And since we were talking about how comparing this season, how the teams were last season and how they are right now, I gotta talk about FAC from Fluxo team. How the improvement from the first season that Fluxo team got their performance here, and right now he's being one of the highlights for Fluxo team in the front line, working with the Cias and Japa BKR in the long distance. And I feel like Fluxo team got everything they needed with this squad. But I'm not liking to see Nobru playing in the place of Godkill.
Of course, you casted Godkill in your FF squad. However, a curiosity here. I'm scrolling through my notes. Do you know who was the kill leader to finishing off week 5? That was the second to last week last season.
The ice wall
On the top of the standings, and now we see MTS going down, and he will go back to the lobby because Gimons was not forgiven, and no, he will be helped over there. But you know who was the player?
Who?
MTS. Do you know how many kills he had?
How many?
95.
Yeah. Oh, tied with right now.
But he already got the 96th one on Lost, and now he's over. He's ahead of what he did last season.
That insights are funny.
He's ahead of what he did last season. And now we have SS Esports going after Metagaming, and the fight is going on. There is a player from SS Esports down. It's Phoenix over there, while we see Gimons finishing off this fight, and Metagaming will be sent back to the lobby because Furia joined the battle as well. We see the kill going for the player of Furia, and now the 2 remaining players of SS Esports will try to rotate, will try to run, because they need to get shelter while Furia tries to come in and take a few more kills. Furia, who had an incredible day yesterday. The players are now trying to keep the same rhythm that they were on yesterday's games, right, Carol?
Yes, Furia team, they it's because we were paying attention on the other fights, but they also did a quick rotation through Brasilia, leaving Fire Brigade, and right now they are a little bit late. They might find some problems to get inside of fields, but if they can get a spot on the edges of this safe zone, they might be in a good luck, while the other players kill each other inside of fields. They should also be aware that right now they are in good positions because only 7 teams in our server, 23 players alive, and who is going back to the lobby right now? It's going with at least points, but we know that their goal it is the Booyah.
And it's becoming amazing, Carol, to see the players choosing different characters after the meta game from the grenades, which led us to the usage of the characters who bring advantage with the grenades to the game. And now we're seeing players with the grappling hook, with the healing pistol. We're watching the characters being in a more variety of choices amidst the players, right?
Yes, indeed. We are seeing this variety with the players, and it seems like before we block the way of Furia, the late rotation once again punished them.
The late rotation punishing Furia indeed, but now before tries to engage against Furia, they will be picked off by Loud. And look at the grenade launcher shot by Memgod. He can take another one and maybe try to eliminate Huan. Huan will not be helped because Furia is coming in. Bielgod with the scythe. One more kill for him with the scythe. Buton tries to save its teammates, but now Furia gets 2 kills on B4, and they will go after the remaining players as Loud also joins this battle. We see Iago healing with Will over there. Will is on the floor. Prozin puts them down, and they eliminate Loud. Before eliminating Loud in a poor rush by Loud, and now Furia gets saved, and now they are in a great position to fight against Tropa and against B4. Moreira comes in and takes down the remaining players of B4 that were Iago. D3 also get a kill over there, and Augusta will be helped by Memgod. We see Buton still surviving, and Amazon Crips will take the kill. Master gets the takedown on Hatin as well. And now Tropa is coming after Furia, while Amazon Crips tries to take a few rounds onto them. But a good shot puts Master on the floor. Fox still on the fight. We know that this is a clutch man, a man who makes it count by the end of the game, while Memgod tries to use the grenades. And BLGod puts D3 to the floor after D3 puts Gusta. Nobru will get a kill onto the player of Furia, and BLGod will get a kill, and Furia will be eliminated with a great shot by Killet, and also Japa BKR. GL gets a takedown on Giga. 3 teams remaining: Fluxo, Amazon Crips, and Tropa. GG trying to take the shots. Aggressive game by the Amazon Crips, now paying off for the Amazonians. Master, he tries to get the shots out. We have Killed still alive over there. We have Moreira still fighting for Tropa, but Killed will go down, and Cias will steal the kill for Fluxo. One more point coming for Fluxo, and Tropa will be eliminated. Moreira will go down for the safe zone, and now Fluxo has to deal with Amazon Crips, the team that scores the most second place finishes throughout the whole season. Master went to the floor. Now Cias and Fuck will be leading the charge. A grenade from Cias will deal a lot of damage, forcing the players to leave the ice. Japa BKR will take Master down, and Amazon Crips are out. So it's a boo! Yeah, Fluxo! A safe and studied game by the Fluxo. So follow the guys, because Japa BKR performed amazingly. Cias performed amazingly. Great game by Nobru. Great game by Fak as well. And Fluxo now starts the day as they started the season, getting the booyah and leading the squad, Carol.
Amazing stuff. So follow the flow, because 11 eliminations for them, 12 points for the Booyah, and 23 points for starting the day. Amazing Booyah. Right now they tied the Booyahs with Corinthians, 10 Booyahs each for each team. And you know, Fluxo, they are always worried about the Booyahs, because that was the tie break for them to be the winners of Season 4. But like Marcelo said, great performances started the day for each player of Fluxo team, and Amazon Crips in the second position.
Once again, Amazon Crips going down in the second position. They got their first Booyah on Saturday, and probably they could have more Booyahs if they weren't so unlucky on the last confrontation. Always ended up in a poor position, but still great job by the Amazonians, getting a lot of kills, getting the second position, and we will check out on the highlights and the confirmation of the points that they are coming for the top 12, Carol.
Oh, of course they are coming for the top 12, because they wanted to take the place of Metagame, and I'm pretty much sure, Marcelo, they will sleep today inside of the top 12 if they keeping the same consistency of their game. We brought the insight that they are always a team that worry about position, but this time they came way too fierce for the eliminations, which gave them 15 points for this first match. Tropa in the top 3 with 15 points as well. Tropa was well positioned as well in the late stages of the game. That was incredible for them. Furia team well positioned as well, even though the late rotation didn't bother them, because even though before tried to block their way, they were also blocked by the other teams. Esports coming looking good inside of the top 5, which it is also a game that we expected from Esports. If they are not getting Booyahs, they are inside of the top 5. The MVP for this first match were Mr. LBFF, like Marcelo like to call him, Japa BKR.
Japa BKR, the MVP, and we have Metagaming, Loud, Los Grandes, Netshoes, Miners, XD, and Real with a low punctuation for this matchup, and XD and Real not being able to keep up with Furia right now. Both of them are in the relegation zone, and Furia scoring 11 points open up a big gap again ahead of them, and gives at least some peace of mind for Furia to work in this next map of Kalahari, Carol.
Yes, so we are going to head to Kalahari. We know that Kalahari, it is also one of the, it is, if not, it is one of the best maps for Fluxo team. we haven't seen that they are one of the best teams in there. So they already got their booyah around here in this first match, and they will come also for Kalahari. Because Vivo Cade, Los Grandes, and before is here today, and before is the first one before Fluxo team. Yes, Los Grandes as well.
But let's check out the standings to see how this first match of the day changed our standings before breaking the 600 points mark. And Fluxo jumping up to the 5th position, going after Netshoes, Miners, Nitrox, and Vivo Cade that were ahead of them. And Tropa was ahead of them as well. Although Tropa got 2 positions, one they lost to Fluxo and one they got onto Netshoes Miners. Metagaming coming back to the top 12, but now only 9 points ahead of Amazon Creeps, breaking the 400 points mark and now going after the top 12. And we have Bonji not playing today, we have TSM not playing today, and it's really possible for Metagaming to maybe take the spot of Team Coda Solid. Amazon Creeps takes the spot of Team Coda Solid, and they are bringing Furia with them. Furia is now with 382 points. They are only 32 points behind Metagaming. It's possible for them to try and reach the top 12 as well, Carol.
Yes, so today our table in the first match already shook a little bit. So we are seeing here that Fluxo team, like Marcelo said, took a big leap. Amazon Creeps coming with low points difference behind the Metagame. And Furia team look very strong ahead of Rio Esports, and this big leap that they took ahead, this big gap they took ahead of Rio Esports were everything they needed from yesterday. And I'm pretty much sure today, Marcelo, if they keep the great regular game from yesterday, they will also come to contest the 12th position.
Let's see what will happen. And of course, we'll bring you guys all the action of the next 5 maps of the day, but after a quick break to hydrate a little bit our throats, and we'll be right back. But look at Furia! Furia coming into this fight from the middle of nowhere, splitting Bonji in 2, and now they are coming after the kills. 1-9 and Hachin puts 2 players down, but Memgad was also sent to the floor. Now Hachin, he is trying to find a better position. K1 puts Bielgod down as well. K1 puts Hachin also down. But Gusta brings it back. Now Furia has only 1 player to fight. R7 is coming after Gusta. Gusta with the 5! Saving Furia and getting the 4 kills. We are back and we are already hydrated. We have our sunscreen applied because we are going to Kalahari, and we know that the desert is good to get a tan, but you can also get a sunburn. So always wear sunscreen, right, Carol?
Of course, always wear sunscreen. Always wear, in the case of LBFF, always wear your helmet, your armor, because things will get very interesting. Things will get very sassy in Kalahari. And the teams will come to contest because we got today Los Grandes, B4, and Fluxo team. The 3 best teams today starting the day playing Kalahari.
And I want to go off script a little bit. Sorry, my coordinator, my director, Vinny. We got to talk about vaccination, Carol. We ask you guys, you all that you are watching over here, no matter where you are, get your your shots, get your vaccines, because we need to get rid of this unhappy and crazy virus that is harming us. So please use your intelligence. Go to the places where you can get your shots, get your vaccine, and let's get rid of that damn COVID-19. Right.
Oh, yeah, of course. I love to stay home and play Free Fire, but I would love to go to a friend's house to play Free Fire, for example. So I want this pandemic to be over, because I'm over this pandemic. So get your shots done and be happy.
Of course, we know that we are here watching some great shots. Get yourself a great shot as well. But going to Kalahari, Los Grandes has the best team of the season in Kalahari. However, in a horrible moment here in LBFF, not having good days for like 2 or 3 weeks. Can this be the map that they turned this game around, Carol?
Ooh, that's a trigger question, Marcelo, because we can only figure it out when we step in there. But today indeed would be a great opportunity for them, especially because if we were talking about opportunity, Furia team took a great opportunity yesterday. Today, she's there, who were also one of the best teams last weekend and got one of the best rounds for themselves throughout this whole season, also have the opportunity to go good today. We are going next weekend to the last rounds of the group phase, which will set us the 12 teams for the finals, and I think lots of them wants to be disputing the fights.
And of course, we have to talk about B4 as well, a team that is in an incredible run with a consistency never seen before in this matchup, and we gotta see if they will be consistent once again, because we know that they will be in the refinery. So let's fly over the refinery because they're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight R15D2 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop, Carol!
Welcome to the desert of Kalahari. Put your sunscreen on, get your helmet and your armor ready, because the fight, it is going to happen for sure here. But once again, we are watching the teams spreading out through the desert of Kalahari, and I'm watching Marcelo here by my side, checking the shot. And Marcelo, if we have a lot of players playing around Brazil, we got players playing around the world, isn't that right?
Yeah, we have Segon Gaming here saying that he's Indonesian.
Ooh, welcome.
Welcome you all from Indonesia. We have people from India over here as well. Great job. We have people from Brazil. Sejam bem-vindos. Welcome you guys from Brazil. Lots of people talking here in English with us. Please send us your location right now so we can know wherever you are. And now we have Loud once again positioning themselves by the playground. And we see that no one is there to harm them at least this time, Carol.
Yes, because Metagame is not playing today. And Metagame met with Loud a lot of times yesterday in the comment post. So today they can dominate this a little bit more in their advantage, of course. And since we are right now talking about the teams, we were talking about XD. They finally got a moment to breathe after their first booyah last weekend, of course, in the 10th round, I meant, which will give them one more reason to fight away from the relegation zone. But right now is not an easy mission. We got Real Esports ahead of them. Furia team, it's also very fierce since the last rounds last weekend. And Marcelo, how sad would it be for a team that just joined the Serie A come back for the Serie B? Because in the relegation zone, you go all the way to Serie B back.
No participation in the access group.
But if you are in the access group, you still have the opportunity of the comeback for this season.
We have last one here saying that he is here from America. And He's sending Free Fire love from all around the world. Join the chat. Bring your friends who play Free Fire with you to the broadcast. Introduce your friends to our Brazilian Free Fire over here, because I'm sure we'll make you guys a little happier on your Sundays, your Saturdays, and your Mondays as well. So share this broadcast with all your friends all around the world. We want to see the most beautiful chat in Free Fire history here, with participation from people all around the world. We'll bring you guys to the broadcast, of course. And we have B4 in the refinery, as we expected, Carol. And that's one of the points that makes B4 such a balanced and such a consistent team. They have fixed drop calls, and they do not change those drop calls.
Yes, they do not change their drop calls. They are always going to the same spot. With it is also giving the other teams the knowledge that they have the dominance over there. This trigger the teams a little bit, but they know the right time how to rotate it. And personally, I think before defending their favorite drop call in the center of each map, it is incredible because it is the most wanted drop call for those teams.
And the other teams respect it.
Yes.
We see Metagaming dropping with B4 in the same spot in Brasilia and when we're in Purgatory, and they respect each other. Metagaming rarely goes after the players of B4. We saw last season Santos sharing the drop call of Refinery and losing that drop call to B4. The teams respect what B4 does. And now we have this confrontation between Real and Tropa by the Elephant Graveyard. And that's what I'm talking about. Teams sharing drop calls and fighting against each other. And now we see Moreira putting phone down, Autoboot missing the shots on Giga. And now he will come over and take the kill on Giga. Now one player goes back to the lobby aside. And we see Real trying to leave the Elephant Graveyard, or at least get the top-down view. As we see Tattoo, we have Autoboot positioned on top of the Bones, and now Tattoo going for the same rotation. On the top of the Bones, we have Moreira rotating with the 3 for Tropa, because the high ground advantage for Real was incredible right now.
Yes, the high ground advantage indeed was incredible. Even though they lost one of their players, they're still looking in strong. Tropa is rotating right now. We can see in the little map over there, they are very spreaded. But seems like Netshoes Miners is engaged against one of the favorite teams this season, Esports.
And now we have once again Netshoes Miners coming with Train, coming with Pale to the game. And you gotta put Broilo in. We're not talking until you bring Broilo in. Okay, Netshoes Miners, we're not talking. I'm mad at you. And now we have Pale from Rio de Janeiro trying to get some shots out onto the players of SS Esports. Pale representing Rio de Janeiro, my hometown.
Biscoito.
We talk Biscoito, we say Biscoito, and now Moreira goes down with a shot from VM7, a great shot by VM7, now putting Moreira down, and Tattoo will rotate because now there's a 3-on-2 fight for Real to try to take the players of Tropa. VM7 confirms the kill onto Moreira, and now Autoboot will try to close the exit for this Tropa team as the 3 tries to use the negative of the mountain, of the hills, to avoid the target from Autoboot. And now Autoboot will put the 3 down. Bad choice of movement by D3, and now my FF squad suffers because D3 is one of my casted players. But now we have Killed still fighting to survive, as we have Tattoo rotating, Killed using the grenades to get himself rid and free of that barrack. And now we have ice on both sides. The players are going for the ice. Killed uses the grenade to try to keep himself alive and run. Autoboot will get the kill while VM7 gets the kill on Killed. Thank you, because my VM7 is in my FF squad. And now Real Esports leaves the Elephant Graveyard with 4 kills on their pockets and only 1 casualty, Carol.
Yes, even though they are down to 3 right now, they are looking way better than in the first match. They are getting the 4 eliminations, which makes me very happy because even though Tatu didn't get any kills, he is still alive because he's my FF squad today. Marcelo, I'm coming for you. A long way to go, but still, I'm sticking with the best players today.
You know that who got the most kills was the guy that was in my squad, right?
I know, but I'm just cheering that the player that I chose is still alive. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, start cheering for a god kill to get kills.
Excuse me, Marcelo. Don't be such a jerk. I mean,
I'm gonna be ahead of you.
no,
once
he's
again
just
this
way
week.
competitive.
I am. You should have known this already.
That's okay. You can in FF squad. I'm still beautiful than you. Prettier than you.
Okay, I'm still winning in FF squad. This changes nothing.
You're winning from me, but you got a long way to go ahead of Malops, Folha,
I'm getting
Tauna,
to Malopes
so-
this weekend. Tomorrow will be confirmed I'm ahead of Malopes already. And now we have Iago getting kills, getting shots over there, trying to take the players from Real down, and also Amazon Creeps are holding the doors. Now VM7 goes down, Tatu goes down. Look at what GL and GG are doing. The GGL tag team. Now Real is left only with Auto Boot in this match, while GL tries to rotate using the grappling hook, trying to get closer to Auto Boot to probably get the last kill. And I like this new duo, GGL.
GGL.
GG and GL. So it's
Yep,
GGL.
I got it.
I love making dual
Nicknames.
names. I love making dual names.
That's cute. That's cute. Amazon Creeps is still alive, but in a late rotation, that can be maybe a problem for them. Even though we're talking about of the late rotation of Fury team in the first match, that was definitely not a huge problem for them because they changed their strategy for the quick rotation, of course, yesterday to more a fierce game, but indeed a fierce game. They are not lost in many fights like they were doing in the first rounds.
And now we have B4 surrounded by Loud. This could be a predicament, and K1 puts Lobato down. He gets the kill on Lobato while Prozin tries to climb, and to get to that fight, K1 already took off. He's not going to stay there. He's going for the hit and run strategy, and now they're going to surround B4, but Kronos is still out in the open. Noda is coming in while Prozin tries to take the kill. And we have the fight going on between Metagaming and SS Esports as well. We see Drax getting the kill onto a player of SS Esports. Now Noda is trying to run, and Prozin gets the kill with the grenade. Kronos will go down as well. And the fight started well for Loud, but it's closing in a predicament. SS Esports going down for Metagaming as well. And we see Kawe getting the kill on Train. Netshoes Miners also in a predicament while Natividade gets a takedown. Now only K1 to fight for Loud, as we see Iago looking and searching for K1 over there. Prozin gets its kill confirmed on Noda. And a fight that started really well for Loud is finishing off as a tragedy, Carol.
Why, Lobato? Why are you back in the lobby? Just because I casted you for my FF squad today, that's not even fair. But what's going to be fair, maybe it is the fight against Metagame and Netshoes Miners.
And now we see Drax going after Rick. Rick will go down with the shots of Lost, and he will be finished off. Gimons also takes Pale down, while Furia and Amazon Creeps now start a fight. Autoboot will get the kill on GG, avenging a few of its teammates. And now we have Gimons and the grenade going after the players of Netshoes Miners. He gets the information, puts Pale down. Nice play now by Gimons, using the strafe to get the kill on a player. But now Autoboot will be sent down. And Metagaming will have to deal with more teams than what they expected. Angelo gets the kill on GL. The Netshoes Miners will go down. Metagaming already with 7 kills. Great start of match 4. The Metagaming squad. Gimons with the triple kill, but now Juan puts Rafa X to the floor. We see she's there trying to get information on the players from Furia, who are now on top of the platform and are trying to get to a better positioning to start this fight. We see Amazon Crips with only Salis still alive, while they try to rotate and Memgad is going after him. Let's see how this fight will fare off. Memgad uses the house to protect himself, and he's rotating from inside of it, trying to find Salis, but who got the sights on him was Bielgod. Got a few rounds outside and came back into the house. Iago gets the kill on Mamute, and now before is trying to get the players of Los Grandes from the top down. They know that they have the refinery, and that gives them always a good positioning. And Carol, I gotta ask you, we've been through 2 weeks where before chose to play João instead of Juan, and now Juan is back, and it seems that before is tougher than what they were.
Yeah, it seems like they are tougher indeed. That Juan, it is different, you know. They should
MVP.
Yes, they are former MVP. They got the experience, and even though that newcomers are doing an amazing job this season, you gotta stick with the best squad that you have. Don't change it.
Now Memgad using the grenade, dealing damage to the players of Xizde. Xizde, who lost only one player, who is Luignet, of course, my FF squad player.
Is Salis the last player of Amazon Crips?
Yeah, he's the only player remaining for Amazon Crips, indeed. And we have Memgad trying to get information for this fight. Loud will get finished off. Iago gets the kill, and before is just destroying. Before is just owning the place with the refinery. Once again, Prozin puts Gimons down, while Japa BKR takes the shot on Prozin. We're getting to the last safe zone, and now we have still 6 teams alive, while Augusta goes after the players of Xizde. Brenning will bring him down, and Bielgod will get a kill. So Xizde is back to the lobby, and Furia still alive into the top 5 once again. They are trying to go for the top 12, while Salis gets a kill on Drax. Amazon Crips still alive with Drax surviving with Salis, while Metagaming, who had an incredible amount of kills, is trying to fight before will finally go down. And Metagaming as well. Now Fluxo, Amazon Crips, and Furia into the top 3. Amazon Crips still alive. Salis is the last player remaining. He's trying to survive using some protection over there, some ice. He tries to keep himself alive. Uses the med kits, and now Furia and Fluxo are into this fight. Salis will get the kill on Bielgod, but Gusta brings it back. Amazon Crips go down in the 3rd position, and Furia will go down because yes! It's a double booyah! Fluxo! Once again, the silent, quiet, and safe game from Fluxo is paying off. Their 11th booyah of the season comes right after the 10th one. What a great job by Fluxo getting to the end of the game with all the squad still alive. And with 8 more kills on their hands, they will go for more 20 points. They already have more than 40 points in this day, Carol.
Yes, I was about to say that, Marcelo. You
Sorry.
read my mind because of Fluxo team. It is down to 43 points. And the second team with the most points today, it is Amazon Crips with 26. But look at this difference between those two teams. Fluxo right now got an amount of 19 eliminations, a double booyah, right on time for Fluxo team. Indeed, Metagame went back in the lobby in the 7th position, but in the 4th position, but got more points that the team that went back in the 2nd place, that were Furia team. I like to see that Salis as well hold the game until the late stages, but Fluxo team with the full squad, that was way too easy to get the booyah.
That was way too easy to get the booyah, and we'll have the confirmation of the points on the screen. Fluxo with 20 kills, Iago, the top killer of the match, the MVP of the match, with 4 kills before going down in the 5th position, but still in the 3rd in points. Metagaming in the 2nd position in points, also with a huge amount of kills. Furia in the 4th position, who finished in the 3rd position, in the 2nd position, goes to the 4th, and Amazon Crips, who finished in the 3rd position with 11 in the 5th position. But she's there with a slightly better game than what they had for the first matchup. Still 8 points only today, Carol.
Indeed, only 8 points today. That's such a shame. And also, to see that XD is trying really good to fight over against Real, against the relegation zone, shows that they really wanted to deserve their spot that they earned this season, but they need to do a way more job. Real Sports down to the 7th position, 6 kills. Loud not starting, having a good day. The double round unfortunately was not on their side. Netshoes minus 4 points. And in the bottom 3 positions, Los Grandes 3 points, Tropa 1 point, and 0, only 6 points for Netshoes, for 0 points for SS Sports. So indeed, not a good day for those teams.
And we've seen SSC Sports have slow starts and then engage into this fight. Let's see if this will happen today, but we gotta check the standings to see how these points change our stuff, because Fluxo got to the 3rd position. They went over Loud, and they can go over Corinthians. They already have 42 points to start this day.
11 booyahs, oh my heavens.
11 booyahs for them. Amazon Crips already in the 13th position. Furia already in the 15th position. Look at those guys coming for the top 12. Metagaming's game in Kalahari saved them from being reached by Amazon Crips.
Yes.
Because the 11 points from Amazon Crips would have gotten to Metagaming. They were 9 points ahead of Amazon Crips. So the Amazonians are coming for the top 12, and Furia is coming as well.
Can you imagine that Furia weeks ago were so bad in our table? They were in the 18th position, and right now they are fighting to the top 12. I don't remember that when was the last time they were inside of the top 12. Right now
they've never been throughout the season.
They never been. I mean, they never been.
The only
second weekend.
The only time that they were inside of the top 12 was in the first day when they were in the 12th position, but there were only 12 teams with games played. And then when the second round came in and another batch of teams came into play, Furia lost their position inside of the top 12, and they never got it back.
But look at this. Furia team, even though in the 15th position, they got even more points for eliminations than Bone Team and Amazon Crips. More booyahs than Amazon Crips. Amazon Crips, of course, they are sticking with the regular game, the consistent game inside of the top 3, inside of the top 5 by the end of each match. So that's working for them. Of course, that's a great game. But also, the fierceness that Furia team is bringing in the last weekend, it's everything that they needed.
But Carol, 2 matches, 2 top 3 finishes for Amazon Crips. One in the 2nd position, 9 points. One in the 3rd position, 8 points. That alone gives them 17 points. So what an important game that Amazon Crips is playing here today. We'll go for a quick break, and we'll be right back to bring you guys the emotion of Bermuda. Shout outs here to Chana Cambodia from Cambodia playing here with us, and Novice Gaming Zone thanking us for the broadcast in English. And of course, we'll always try to bring you guys the best of Free Fire from here, from Brazil, to you guys all around the world, and we'll be right back after a quick break. We have Kawe going on, and Rush puts down Yam. We were expecting that from him. Lost brings it back and puts Brokofet to the floor. Napon, he uses the chrono, and he puts down Lost. Rush puts down Yan, and Napon is bringing back the fight. Gimons, the only player still standing from Metagame, but they have only one player as well, and Gimon saves it! Wow. Gimon saves the fight for Metagaming, and they will leave that battle with all 5 players still standing, Carol. back live to bring you guys the action of the third map of the day, which is Bermuda. And of course, participate, send us some messages on the chat of the broadcast, and we'll bring you guys into the broadcast as Buildermurled talk to us in a language that unfortunately I don't know. If you guys can comment in English, which would help us.
In English with us, so we can respond to you guys way too fast.
Yeah. I get a little bit of other languages, but sometimes they are unknown to me. I'm sorry for that, and I really want to bring you guys into the broadcast. And so if you please can help us with English language or Portuguese or Spanish. I can get Spanish, I can get French, I can get Italian. So if you guys can ease it for us on the chat, we'll always bring you guys into the broadcast. And Carol, this Bermuda map, the most democratic map of the rotation, the map that is the most played all around the world. What are your expectations with B4 into this game? We know that the factor B4 changes a lot for the maps in the rotation.
Well, judging by performance that B4 had in their double round last weekend, Marcelo, where they broke the 500 barrel, made more than 117 points, and right now they already broke the record of this season, of course, with the 600 points. I'm expecting a booyah. That's all that I have been expecting from before right now. But also the double booyah was incredible coming from Fluxo team. I'm a huge fan of double booyahs, and I would not mind to get a triple booyah.
Let's see if Fluxo can do it, but let's see it from above, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R15D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let's go to Bermuda map as we are watching the teams spreading out through the map, and our expectations indeed it is to see those guys killing and coming and going for each other. Of course, Group B and Group C, one of the battles that we love to watch. They are looking very strong against each other, and the coming back for Netshoes Miners in Sentosa with Amazon Crips. What they are up to today.
Once again, Sentosa being shared by Amazon Crips and the Netshoes Miners. Let's see who will have a better drop, who will have a better loot by that region. And they fell down in the same spot. They dropped in the same spot. They are now going for the Rocky Balboas. We see GL over there, and now he's already on the floor. Natividade got to the weapon first, and he will send GL back to the lobby. We have Rick putting down on a player. Salis tries to get it back. He sends Natividade back to the lobby, but Amazon Crips already lost 2 players. We have GG trying to make it back with Salis, with the help of Salis over there, while Pale gets the P90 to try to take down Salis with the headshot. He will finish off against Salis, and now there's only one player, who is GG, to fight for Amazon Crips, or to run for Amazon Crips, and that's what he does. He's running for the end of Sentosa, and this seems like a great victory for Netshoes Miners, since that fight in Sentosa always went to Amazon Crips side, Carol.
Yes, and watching them coming back, the coming back of them to Sentosa shows that Peu and Otrembo B gave them this kind of confidence to come back in there, because it took them more than 2 rounds to the comeback finally in Sentosa. But one thing that I noticed is that most of the players, when they put the other players, their enemies, on the floor, they quickly get the elimination, the finish. They send back to the lobby all the way. That's what Salis did with Natividade. And exactly, put your enemies in disadvantage and you can win in that. But who won for this time were Netshoes Miners, even though one of the players of Amazon Crips is still out there.
We still have GG alive and Natividade back to the lobby for the Netshoes Miners. And now a shout out to Sana YT that's commenting here on our chat. Bring your friends to interact with us, to play with us, and to have a little laugh. I promise it will be funny. for you guys all around the world. And we see now Loud and Furia once again close to each other. Loud in bullseye, Furia in the observatory as usual. This rotation gives them a little trust in their game, right, Carol?
Indeed, this kind of rotation gives them this trust. And I know you gotta stick with your best game, but change it to help you increase your performance in the maps. It is crucial. We watched that yesterday. By this time in the 30 match, teams were already replacing their players. So right now, probably we're going to watch that in the next match in Purgatory, the coming back, the replay of the matches. But seems like everything it is the same. Coming back again for Netshoes Miners, they are sticking with the squad that they got the best performance with Peu and Otrem Bebê, and it is working for both sides so far.
And now we see the Loud squad going after their rotation. We see Furia trying to get to a good spot. They're rotating to Clock Tower. And we are watching the highlights on some rotations by Metagaming, by Tropa, and also by Fluxo over there as the safe zone shrinks to Poshinok, to the factory, to Mars Electric. We probably will have a southern safe zone right now.
Yes, yes, everything is going to remain safe for the teams, for the players, because this is a okay rotation. It's going to the down part of Bermuda, concentrated in factory, in Poshinok, getting a little bit of Mars Electric. So that's an easy rotation for most of the teams. They don't spread too far away from each other in the beginning. But
what a good positioning by before.
Exactly, that's what I'm gonna say, because comparing the game that Nitrox Top 10 did when they won in factory, if the safe zone close to the side, take advantage of factory, because you can win and get a win there.
It's almost impossible to take a team from the ceiling of the factory. It's close to impossible. And before now is getting the positioning on the top, on the roof of the factory. And with Nitrox Top 10, it was impossible to take them down from there. And it's possible that before, if the safe zone gets to that spot, it would get impossible for anyone to take them out of there once again. And now we see the rotations from SS Esports climbing the peak, but now they might engage against Fluxo that is coming down from the hill of Peak, Carol.
And Furia teams get their shots against Before.
And now Before tries to bring Furia down. Lobato goes down with an amazing kappa by Memgad, with an amazing headshot by Memgad. And they're holding up on the top of the factory. It would be kind of hard for Furia to fight, and they chose smartly not to engage into that fight, Carol.
The best movement they did right now were to retrieve, and they are already aware of the position of Before on the top of factory, so they need to rotation to a lower level.
Already aware is indeed hard to say.
Yes, it is. We will. It is also. We will. But indeed, right now they got
that
the
lady
information.
from the YouTube.
You will.
You know this.
Gaga. Agaga.
She was not stuttering. She just didn't know how to say YouTube.
Oh yes. Okay, there is the Agaga. And there is this
Solange, the stutter from Ilhéus.
Yes,
of course.
We will. Yes, I remember this one. That's funny. Memes from Brazil, guys. Welcome. But as I was saying, Furia right now got the information that Before is controlling the top of factory, got the higher view against the other teams, which is one of the best positions they can get in this safe zone so far. Netshoes Miners take longer than they needed to go to the safe zone. That might can be damage the game, and I hope not, because my coach, it is Dog Black. I would say Black Dog, but it goes the same way. And anyways, right now, Marcelo, 12 teams alive. 3 players from Amazon Clips back in the lobby. It is crucial to get a good position.
Now we have SSC Sports in the wide open. It's tough for you in Brasilia to be in the wide open, right, Carol? It's not a good spot for you to be here in a map that we have so many shelters and so many hiding places. When you're out in the open in Brasilia, you're not well positioned, right?
Yes, right now they're well positioned. Oh, and Furia might find the last player of Amazon Creeps.
By
The
accident.
rotation right now, I don't think so, because he's by the beach right now, so yes.
Yeah, he's under the rocks. He's
For
beneath the
now, he
rocks.
saved himself. For now, he saved himself. But he's still...
Great
look-
that he's still alive. You gotta say.
Yes. Look at the rotation that Furia did right now. They retrieve it from Factory, and Real right now will feel what they felt. But they are doing a different rotation to get a good spot inside of the safe zone. Incredible, but they did their homework, and the safe zone shrink to the side of Poshinoki, a little bit of Pick and Kotatua.
And look at who is in a good position. Fluxo and SSC Sports.
I think Fluxus is in a way better position because they got the cover for the 2 houses.
Yeah, they got the 2 houses. Los Grandes is in a good position as well, using the big house in Peak as their shelter. Loud rotating from inside of the gas also can get to a good positioning. And we gotta count that Los Grandes and Fluxo and SSC Sports, they have the high ground advantage. They are coming down from the peak, but we know that probably the safe zone will not go to the top of peak, right?
Yes, indeed. And who's taking a late rotation right now? It is Loud, but it's still, maybe that will come in a great advantage for them. But Marcelo, we haven't seen that most of the teams are doing the hit and run strategy. Los Grandes did right now when they noticed the position of Fluxo team. They decided to retrieve and not engage, and all of them indeed today are worried about the position in the late stages of the game. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 follow maps, but for the 3 started ones, we've seen that all the teams are taking that to the end.
They're going for the late game, and now we see, check out the rotation from GG. He's inside of the river, trying to keep Amazon Creeps alive, surrounded by everybody. He's surrounded by just everybody, and nobody gets to see GG. Probably a world champion in hide and seek.
That's not the Scooby-Doo strategy, but it is the hide and seek strategy.
Yeah.
So incredible working for them indeed. And we are watching a lot of times Furia team, because all of us wanted to know what they are going to be up to, Marcelo, because they opened a big gap ahead of Real Sports that's right behind them. They probably will spot and at some point shot against Furia team. But also Metagame is playing today. After this match they will pass over Bond team, and Amazon Creeps needs to be aware of them.
Now let's check out this possible fight. Now Real already knows of the positioning from Furia. They can engage into this fight, but they chose not to let Furia know that they are behind them, which is a two-way knife, Carol. They can get to Furia by surprise, but if Furia takes a peek and looks behind, Real Esports is now out in the open.
Real Sports is out in the open, and look at the position GG.
Look at GG. He's probably GG from the Trapalhões using the fire extinguisher right now.
That's such a pity for him, because he doesn't have any ice walls, 1 med kit, no armor or helmet, and not a great rush gun. So
And no grenades.
indeed, his game it's messed up.
He's only surviving, and now we see that Metagaming got a kill on Gusta from Furia, as Cauê tries to get information of the other players of Furia. But Furia is trying to go inside of the safe zone, out in the open, with Metagaming and B4 on their sides. Now D3 gets the kill on Tattoo, confirms the kill, avoiding Real to also come into this fight. And now MTS gets some space to start this battle. Gimons tries to break the ice as the guys want to do with the girls on the nightclubs.
Grenade
Another
launch.
grenade launcher shot, it doesn't reach the players from Furia. D3 getting another kill. Killed was put down. BL God gets Gimons with a nice headshot. And now GG will get a kill. GG now gets a kill on VM7. My player from FF Squad. GG now gets a kill. And he will get a kill on Autobot.
Oh my gosh!
What is GG doing? Tararararara, Trapalhões going for the fun. GG is now playing for the fun. He ain't got no Dede, he ain't got that, now he's dead. Fon got the kill on him and he made it count. He took 2 players down from Real. And it helps Furia a lot. Furia, who is now in a desperate positioning with 1 more player down because Gimons find the shot with the grenade launcher. And now they are being accosted and being harmed and they're being followed. While Memgod tries to survive! Ooh. Nice shot by Belgod with the grenade. Now Kawaii is rushing, trying to get to the kill. Metagaming will go down!
Wow.
Metagaming went down. Jubinha got a kill and Furia got to save themselves. Now the Netshoes miners also coming. What a poor rush by Metagaming. And Furia can go after them on the table. We see Butch on trying to get the kill. Pale went down, Rick went down all because of the safe zone. Butch on will try to get the kill. Real goes down, more advantage for Furia. Butch on gets the kills onto the players of Netshoes Miners. They are now wiped out. And Furia will be left. B4 gets wiped out. They had to leave the factory. And they were surrounded when they tried to leave. We have Japa Biquer now trying to get some shots out against the players from Los Grandes. He gets harmed, he gets shot over there as he tries to reposition. Now we see Gus from Goiás also joining this rush onto the players of Fluxo, and Gus will put Fak down. Nice grenade shot by CS, but Mamute puts Japa BKR down as well. CS tries to survive in this fight against Mamute. 2 great players fighting against each other, and CS takes it better, but Rafa X brings the fight and the wipeout into the side of Los Grandes, sending Fluxo back to the lobby after 2 booyahs. Now the fight is on between Loud and Xizde. Kawan goes to the floor. Killed with the grenade launcher!
Wow.
The triple, the quadra kill right now for Killed. He takes Kawan down as well, using the grenade, the simple grenade, now to try and take Loud from its positioning. He has a grenade launcher ready once again. Will he go for the players of Loud? Now CSS Esports still making names, still taking names. Now from Furia, who went down in the 5th position, a team that we expected to go down in the 11th position, getting amazing points for themselves. Once again, the grenades from Killed. He's trying to take the players from Loud away off the top of the house. Tropa wants to reposition to get a good positioning. Almost 17 minutes played in the matchup. Kawan puts Moreira down with a nice grenade and the ice comes in. There is some space for Killed to try and get this shot, and he will not do it, but D3 will get Kawan to the floor. Nice job for D3 already. With a ton of damage into players, lots of takedowns, but only 1 kill, and now SS Esports is also getting into this fight. The safe zone closing to a weird position, and look at MTS. This man is an artist. This man is an artist. Another grenade coming in. He tries to take Giga out of the game, and he will get the kill on Giga. 3 kills for MTS. He probably reached the 100 kills mark since he had 95 to start the day. 1 on the first map, and Tropa will go down. MTS once again with the grenade, now putting D3 down. MTS now confirmed with more than 100 kills.
Wow.
Nice shot by Phoenix, putting MVR down. A nice kappa. While Rafa X tries to hold on, he puts Kronos down, he puts Noda down, he gets the kills. And he sends Loud back to the lobby. Now it's SS Esports against Los Grandes. And I have Rafa X on my squad, but my coach is Butter. So whoever wins, I'm happy. And now Gus tries and gets the head of Jubinha. But Jubinha and Felix all by themselves, they get Los Grandes. And it's a boo! Yes! SS Esports! I told you, Carol. They start slowly, but when these guys come into play, it's hard to hold on against the aggressiveness of SS Sports. 16 kills on their hands and the Booyah, 28 points for SS Sports, Carol.
Amazing points. These 28 points will definitely count for them in our table. But also, Los Grandes looking very strong. 15 more points for them to also separate them for those teams that are trying to fight over the top 12. Meta Game, who went back in the lobby in the bottom position with only 1 point for elimination right now, will feel it because Amazon Creeps also they live until they got 3 points ahead of Metagame, but still the game is going very heavy. I wasn't expected for that safe zone in the late stages of the game in Bermuda. Bermuda always surprise us, setting the game to a different position, to a different rotation. Tropa also looking very good, and we are going to see that in the points of the confirmation of this last match. SS Sports in the first place with 28 points, followed by Los Grandes 17 points. The MVP for this 30 match were MTS with his amazing
and
grenades.
on with also 5 kills.
Amazing grenades coming from MTS and the ferocity of Boot on in the front line with the Hush. Loud coming to a different rotation as well, leaving the graveyard, passing to Mil, going to Cotatua, getting the 4th place and breathing a little bit with 8 more points, but not enough because Fluxo team 8 points as well.
8 and Furia, once again, the team with the most points between those one fighting against relegation. This is important. They are consistently increasing their gap towards the teams that are fighting with them against relegation. So Furia, once again, finishing off in the first half of the table. Good start of day from Furia. And if we count the 72 points they had yesterday, the best team of the day, what a weekend Furia is having against relegation. Now we see Netshoes Miners, XD before Amazon Crips, Real and Metagaming closing up our table. But good to see the guys from Furia and great to see what SS Sports did throughout this matchup. And of course, we gotta check the standings to understand if SS Sports took some positions on the table, and they took amazing positions on the table.
Amazing positions. Loud, who started the weekend, not the weekend, yesterday, they were in the 2nd position. Corinthians took them the 2nd position. They started today in the 3rd position, but they are all down to the 5th position because Fluxo and SS Sports indeed came to contest that. And if before keeping not having a regular game that they are used to, SS Sports eventually will come for the 1st place. Still a lot of points, but I think it is doable. 3 more matches to happen and they're looking strong. Los Grandes is still defending inside of the top 12, the 10th position, getting ahead of Team Coda Solid, looking also very strong. Nothing has changed for Tropa, for Netshoes Miners, but Furia team broke the 500 barrier. That's amazing. Only 12 points behind of Bond team, getting to Amazon Creeps, and maybe they can dream today of the top 12.
You know what impresses me the most? Furia started this weekend with 299 points, Carol. They are already with 400 points. They went for 102 points already this weekend. They started the weekend 1 point behind TSM, who was the first team outside of the relegation zone. And they are right now almost 40 points ahead of Real. They opened the gap against the relegation zone. They are closer to the top 12 than they are to the relegation zone. They are only 28 points behind Metagaming.
200 points, it's a lot, Marcelo.
100,
for them.
102.
No, but I mean, starting like with the 200 and getting this amount of points, breaking the barrier of 400, it is a lot for them. That's incredible.
It was, and now they are closer to the top 12 than the relegation zone. Amazing weekend by Fúria. 2 weekends in a row, indeed, they are doing it. And we gotta check out, because we have another barrier broken. MTS got to more than 100 kills. Now he has 101 kills, and he still have 2 rounds to play.
Wow.
This guy is from another dimension. It's unbelievable what he's doing here. And we have Shinez Iago getting closer of Shinez. Killed coming back to fight for the top. And K1 also there in the fight. We have Shinez and Vitinho who are not playing today, Carol.
Yes, and if once see us finish with the dreams of MTS be the MVP right now, it is way too impossible, because he broke the record this season, 101 kills. 3 more matches for him to play, indeed. And we still are going to watch great things coming from SS Sports team, because they already got their first booyah around here. Well done. But Iago will fight also to be in the second place, where Shinez is right now. Killed already showed his skills with the grenade launch in this third match of Bermuda. And K1 will come with baby steps as well.
And Carol, we gotta hydrate a little bit, because we have three more maps coming in for you guys to watch. And of course, send us your messages, send us your chats, because we'll bring you into the broadcast here today. Okay, see you soon after a quick break. Face to face against Will is not a good fight for Memgad. Now we see him using the grenades to try to get some damage on K1, forcing K1 to reposition. And as we see the numbers on the screen for you guys, K1 and Loud are the player in the team with the most kills in this map, and Japa is the player with the fastest kill in the history of Bermuda. More grenades coming in to try and fight K1. K1 used the grenade and breaks the ice, and Will go after Memgad. He takes the kill on Memgad. Important kill for Loud to try to bring this fight back. They take off probably the main player of Fúria, who is Memgad. Grenades coming in from K1, trying to take Hatin and BL. A bad choice of fight by Fúria. A team that needs points to be outside of the relegation zone. Now Will put BL down. He finds the rotation. He gets the kill on BL. Will he be able? Oh my God, Will! 3 kills for him. He's trying to keep Loud safe and sound. 5 kills on this matchup. K1 is not protecting, and now it's a 2-on-1 fight for Loud. Gusta uses the ice to rotate to find a space to leave what is an ugly fight by Fúria. And now he's surrounded, and K1 will get the kill. Fúria is wiped out. They could not leave the relegation zone in this week.
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
A decolagem foi autorizada. Vou quebrar caldo, dominar o território. Com inteligência em qualquer mapa. Kalahari, bermuda purgatório. Qualquer erro é fatal. Leva ao rebaixamento. Ser pra player na distância. Dedicação 100%. Objetivo é a taça e pulseira. MVP, o brabo da galera. Ser campeão da Liga Brasileira. Presencial, todo mundo na espera. Acredita no sonho, você pode vencer. Um vende a milho, outro era gari. Hoje tão na LB. Não vai faltar empenho, nem paciência. Na persistência, de cá com a essência.
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
We are back live to bring you guys the last 3 maps of this weekend. And of course, next week, the last weekend of the regular season of LBFF Season 6. And we will also have 3 days of Free Fire next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as well. And we have the maps that were lined here on the screen, and now they are not anymore, just to troll the caster. But we'll bring you the insights as well. No, don't worry about it, Vinny. We are okay here. But Carol, double booyah from Fluxo to start the day. SS Esports revving up the engines, bringing the game back. But we gotta talk about two teams that are performing crazily good here today: Furia and Amazon Creeps.
Furia and Amazon Creeps. And Amazon Creeps, we gotta point it out that even though in Bermuda they got a hard time against Netshoes Miners, GG managed to get 3 points for elimination. I mean, 2 in his hands and the other one by his teammate that went back to the lobby in Sentosa. But an incredible game coming from Amazon Creeps throughout the, I would say, the half season so far, right? And a lot of things are still gonna happen because seems like we have the control tower allowing us to get in the airplane and fly to Purgatorio.
We're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R15D4 heading straight to Purgatory, this is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop Carol!
From the Purgatory Airlines, we are now getting in Purgatory once again, so enjoy your stay because I'm going to enjoy now the shots against XD and Amazon Creeps maybe. We don't know, we are just looking at it, but seems like Marcelo, we have to check a few things around here, and I will pass to you to give us this information.
Central Fire Brigade and Lumber Mill still wide in the open, and look at the new positioning from Los Grandes. Their new guard, their new defense that they are doing, a defense that was brought by Cebolinha, who played on Netshoes Miners squad last season. Now playing with the squad wide open in search of a rotation to fields, and they lead that space that is being set over there wide open. And our friends from the broadcast are giving us quite of a show that Cebolinha was the one who brought it to the table, Carol.
Way too funny, but
Folha, I love you, man.
But also really smart coming from Cebolinha, who is the new player of Los Grandes this season, bring the best game that he has in his past team. So I think if it is no one is going to Monte House, only Los Grandes in the Group B and C competition and fights, I think it's okay. It is doable what he's doing for his team right now. But all the teams are already spread in the map. Netshoes Miners going for the Lumber Mill as usual, and Fire Brigade for Furia team, Marcelo.
And now we have Field coming in for Los Grandes, for Netshoes Miners, and also Broilo playing half of the day with the stars, Trem and Pil. And Pil still on the game. Who left the game was actually not Pil. What?
Was o Trem Bebê.
O Trem Bebê left the game. O Trem Bebê.
Yes, amazing stuff coming from Netshoes Miners, doing those wise replacements in their team, and I think that's worked way too good for them.
And Debzada coming into play in place of Luignet, and I am willing to stuff my head into the sand because Luignet is in my FF squad. Debzada who comes from Goiás, also in play now for XD. And we now see the rotations from XD in Ski Lodge, not going for Forge, where we imagine that a fight between them and Amazon Creeps could happen right now, Carol.
Yes, could happen indeed right now. And I was trying to predict that in the early stages of the game, but all of the players and teams decided to stick with their favorite and safe drop call, respecting each other. And Real Sports, that it's coming for fields today, it is also in a really good spot, because when the safe zone shrink to fields or Brasilia, they can easily rotate it through there.
Shout out to Last One Free Fire, who says that he needs to see Pain Gaming, INTZ, and Team Liquid making it out of Serie B. Watch us on Serie B. Me and Carol will be broadcasting Serie B as well.
Marcelo on
this weekend.
Wednesday?
I will be on Wednesday.
And I on Thursday.
Carol on Thursday. We'll bring you guys LBFF Serie B. Shout outs to FXBL7 Trem saying Gol Fluxo and Love Status also here with us on the chat. We have now a triple team confrontation out in the open. Real, XD, and Amazon Crips. And Amazon Crips all spread. We see GG all by himself being harmed by Real. And all the players from Amazon Crips are positioning themselves for the fight. It seems that they didn't understand that this fight was going on right now. Real tries to come from below. Salis puts now Debzada to the floor. Debzada will go back to the lobby in 5 minutes, while we have Brenin with the kill on Tatu, I mean. Brenin also healing himself. She's there, lost Debzada. Kawe went down because of the fall damage that he took from somewhere, we don't know where. DZN kill goes down. Autoboot is there defending himself. He sends 2 players down from XD, and now there's only Angelo to fight for XD. One of the kills went to Amazon Crips, and Fawn will get the kill and send Angelo back to the lobby. Now Amazon Crips and Real still alive and still in this fight. We see Autoboot right over there. The ice is broken. He has to reposition, but he gets the headshot on Salis, and Master with the grenades get the takedown and will get the kill onto Autoboot from Real. We have VM7, Fawn still fighting for Real, while they try to gather some more points because they know that they have to go after Furia. Furia is having a consistent weekend. They are going for an amazing weekend with more than 100 points right now, 102 for them until this moment, and they still have 3 more maps to play. They can go over 150 points, which would be incredible for them in this fight. And now we see Metagaming running away from Tropa, but Furia also getting into this fight, and they might be the ones to take Real out of this matchup, but they also have to deal with Amazon Crips. Master will put Hatim down, and Hatim will need to be helped by his teammates. Good job by Amazon Crips avoiding this rotation from Furia, while GG tries to get some more damage out and maybe some more players of Furia down. GG that comes from Bahia. Bora Bahia! Now rotating, we see Salis from Amazonia. From Amazonas, the state of Amazonas, where the Amazon Crips come from. Now they are looking for the players of Furia in Real. Fight starting quickly here into this 4th map of the day, Carol.
And was really interesting to watch this fight against XD, Amazon Crips, Real Esports, all of them taking the quick rotation, trying to take the game way too fast and then meeting each other, trying to get into a better position. It's going to happen with the Nexus Miners as well. They are going for the position where Furia team is right now. They are not aware of that, and we have seen that Nexus Miners already got a Booyah in there.
And now we have the fight going on. Furia is being harmed by the Netshoes Miners, and Hatim will lead the charge for Furia. He will put Fields down. There are more players coming in. Pale puts Hatim down, but he took a lot of damage, and he might need to retreat to try to survive. Broilo now was the one left behind with Bialgod. Bialgod puts him down. Hatim gets eliminated by Pale and sent back to the lobby. Lobato is joining this fight before is coming at the edge of Brasilia to try and take the points from Furia and Netshoes Miners. We see Field over there trying to heal. Netshoes Miners already lost to Broilo. And Natividade also healing and now breaking the ice to try and escape. Furia also escaping before with a hit and run strategy already climbed the hills. And now they're fighting from the top down with the Netshoes Miners squad. The Miners using the house as their cover, as their protection, and Furia now with only Bialgod to fight. They were in a good position. Netshoes Miners came to harm them. They seemed to be good in the fight, but before just destroy their hopes of a one more good result for Fúria, Carol.
Yes, they were good in defense, but before in a good position are trying to have the control of the teams in Brazil.
Now GG goes over and takes VM7 and Real will go down. 2 kills for the Amazonians, now 5 points for them with kills in this matchup. It seems that they're starting to let that aggressiveness come into this matchup, Carol.
Yes, and great news for Fury team that even though in number disadvantage, it's down to only BL God ahead of Real Sports once again, not triggering by them, but right now need to worry by the position of Amazon Creeps that always take the game to the end. So right now it's crucial for those teams that are playing in the bottom to worry about the positions. I think Fury Games is doing an amazing game today, and right now they are going to find themselves in a poor position.
And now we see Loud trying to get into the safe zone, needing to deal with Los Grandes, who is holding the door for them, and also SS Esports trying to engage against Metagaming. Shots coming out, MTS gets a kill on Kawan already, and Lost puts Jubinha down. Gimon's also taking shots, MTS. It's incredible to see. This guy can play with the sniper, he can play with the grenades, the grenade launcher, the rush weapons. Look at Drax now on the floor getting killed by MTS once again. Now 103 kills for him in this season. He is so impressive to see, so amazing to see what MTS is doing. And now look at what Los Grandes is doing against Loud. It seems that the Cebolinha strategy worked out pretty well for them. They get the easy squad wipe on Loud, Carol.
Wow, and that's Marcelo. I usually rotation for Loud. They used to do that in Purgatory as well, coming for fields. But like you said, the strategy that Cebolinha brought for Los Grandes today worked way better for them. Such a shame on Loud that is not having a good day so far. Actually, they are among one of the worst team. Only score 18 points in the whole day today. That's such a shame. With only 1 kill for a team that got a former MVP only get 1 kill in the 4th match today. That's really not good.
And now we see the advance of Tropa towards the players of SS Esports, that they are coming from a booyah in Bermuda and starting the game with an incredible dominant cross through the bridge, getting Metagame out of this matchup. And now Tropa seems to be willing to deal with one of the favorite teams throughout the season, Carol.
Even though they are down to 3 players only, they wanted to block the way of SS Sports, and they need to be aware that SS Sports are looking strong. They got their 6th booyah here, 2 in each map, so which proves me that they got a great understanding about each map. They are aware of each rotation they do, even though they are not perfect. They find themselves getting into mistakes, but they are still dominating each one of the maps, getting 2 booyahs in each.
And Butter is my coach, so he needs to perform well always.
Okay. And right now, it is indeed the time for those teams to worry about the position in the next safe zone that we are going to check it out in couple seconds, because I want to see where the game will be taken. It is in half of Brazil and half of the out open, and before it is well positioned, Marcelo.
Before is indeed well positioned, and that's what took them to the spot where they are right now in the table. Let's see if this will work once again for them, playing with a good positioning to defend their calls. So now SS Esports, a team that usually goes for the aggressive rotations, coming towards the players of Netshoes Miners. This confrontation might happen right now as we see Field trying to take aim on the players of SS Esports. He tries to avoid the shots, and Phoenix goes down. Boot on now rotates. Phoenix is helped by his teammate. We have the last Fúria player, who is BL God, also rotating through the middle of Brasilia. And now we see this Wild West confrontation between SS Esports and Netshoes Miners. It's not a good fight for Netshoes to go for Carol.
No, indeed not a good fight for Netshoes Miners to engage right now. I think they should definitely prioritize the position where they are standing, because it's way too good, because they still have the opportunity. If the safe zone shrink to the down part of Brasilia, they got an amazing position. But if it close to the upper side, before it's in a way better position. It's a big question mark right now who is going to be the winner of this fourth match of today. Still, let's not bet to not be the kiss of that, but the rotations, it's going to be crucial right now.
It's going to be indeed crucial. While Field tries to avoid this rotation from SS Esports, they are taking damage from the safe zone. This safe zone is now hurting, but Tropa got into the way of this mess, taking down one of the players, and Jubinha puts Master down with an incredible shot, while Amazon Crips tries to deal with the players from Fluxo. Bielgad gets a kill and puts Gimons back to the lobby. Now Meta Gaming is out of this matchup for real. And Giga, look at MTS! Nerfed! Grenades are nerfed!
Not
to MTS!
No.
To that man, he gets the quadra kill, he got 5 in Bermuda, now he got 4.
101 in the whole competition. What else he wants?
105. Now
What
105. While MVR holds on to the players of Fluxo, Jubinha puts down GG, and GL is the only one player remaining for Amazon Crips. He puts 2 players down. Now Put On is down as well. The grenade launcher shots coming through in this reaction. MTS tries once again, and Phoenix will be the one getting the kill for SS Esports. They lost Put On in this fight. Was once again a fight won by SS Esports, but they lost an important player. And now we're getting to the last minutes of this matchup, 16 minutes into this fourth map of the day. Los Grandes tries to reposition themselves. They took 2 players down from Fluxo. And now CS tries to hold them on. MTS puts Rafa X down. CS steals the kill, but MTS once again with a sniper rifle taking down a player from Los Grandes. Furia will go down. Finally, Field got the kill on Bielgad and sends Bielgad back to the lobby. Now everybody's going after the players of Los Grandes. Prozin gets the kill on MVR. Gus gets 2 kills onto Fluxo with a grenade.
Gosh.
He tries to rush away off the house. Phoenix gets the kill on CS, 7 kills for SS Esports. Tropa goes down because Lobato has the aim. He has the targets. Gus gets the triple kill and still survives. Los Grandes is still alive and in the top 5 because of the efforts of Gus, and he will not be able to survive anymore. Iago got the kill for B4. Before in a good positioning for this last fight, for this latest safe zone of the game. As we see the top down view, we have Netshoes Miners still alive, we have SS Esports, we have Fluxo, and we have B4. Fluxo had the double booyah, SS Esports has 1. Let's see who will get the booyah. Fluxo will not, because MTS is into the game. Jubinha gets the grenade out, and he sends 2 players from Netshoes Miners back to the lobby. Natividade will go down. There's only Field to fight for the Netshoes Miners squad. Now 3 teams and 8 players. 1 from Netshoes Miners with Field. And now B4 has the whole squad, the complete squad to go after SS Esports that has 3 players. MTS, Jubinha, and Phoenix. The grenades are coming for Jubinha and for Phoenix. MTS is trying to deal with the rush of Iago from the right side. Iago uses the ice to protect himself and uses the grenade to try and take out MTS. Juan has the top down view. He will use it to put down Phoenix. Good job by Juan. Jubinha is down as well. And there's only MTS to fight down anymore. So it's a booyah before. They're not the leaders by accident. They are consistent, they are intelligent, and they are dominant. They got 10 kills in this matchup. 22 points for them. And before we'll leave this matchup, as they started the day as the leaders of the competition, Carol.
Indeed, Marcelo, an incredible match before today, and the best one they had today. The 4th match with this booyah was way better for them, judging by their first positions in the 3 first matches. 60 8 positions doesn't fit well for B4, and that's why they went for the Booyah with 10 points for elimination, 12 for the Booyah, an amount of 23 points, but SS Sports was right behind them with also 10 eliminations, and the points for the second place get them 19 points. Was indeed a final, a big final, a fight for the Giants.
And we have the Giants on the top of the screen. MTS with 5 kills is the MVP. B4 with 22 points, as we said. SS Sports 19. Los Grandes with good 12 points for them. Netshoes Miners with 10. Fluxo with 9. A consistent day and good day for Fluxo right now. Amazon Crips once again on the first half of the table with 9 points. Surviving and dominating the high ground. Going up until the end of the matchup. Good job by Amazon Crips once again. Now getting closer and closer to Metagaming and to Team Coda Solid into the top 12. And we'll have the second half of the table showing up on the screen as soon as we get to the half of the video of the highlights of this matchup. That's how it works. If we have many highlights, this screen takes longer than we expected. And this is what's happening right now. And we will have the second half showing up as soon as possible. But good Booyah now by B4 that needed it so badly since they had 2 rounds of unusual inconsistency, Carol, in this past weekends, right?
Yes, indeed. The inconsistency doesn't fit with them, but the strategy, like you said, of Cebolinha works well done for Los Grandes. They assume the third position right now in points because, of course, the Netshoes Miners were in the top 3.
Once again, Furia ahead of Xday and Hell. Once again. Please continue.
Tropa with 6 more points, incredible for them. And we gotta check our standings for understand a way better where those teams are placed right now.
Let's see the standings to understand what the teams are doing. SS Sports is now the second positioned team in our rankings. They are 68 points behind B4. Okay, that's a huge lead for B4. But SS Sports is getting closer, and B4 now got an increase in that lead because they got a Booyah. Tropa gets to the 6th position, leaving the 400 points mark and now getting to the 500 points mark. And now Amazon Crips only 3 points behind Metagaming and only 10 points behind Team Coda Solid. It's certain that they will finish the day inside of the top 12.
And
please go.
And because Xday and Real Sports are not having a good day today, it is helping a lot Furia being ahead of points of them. They will eventually come for Bond with the 407 points that they are right now, and more eliminations than Bond Team and Amazon Crips. They are getting into the points and they will come to contest the top 12. They took advantage of the double rounds, and I'm pretty much sure they will eventually trying to take the top 12 to fight over in the finals, of course.
Carol, let me bring you a quick information. Furia started this weekend 83 points behind the 12th position team that was Team Coda Solid. Now they are only 24 points behind the relegation zone, the top 12 zone. What an incredible weekend we're seeing from Furia. It amazes us to see a team that we were so desperate because of the size and the hugeness that Furia has in the esports scene. They were poor for the first, 6 weeks, and now they're playing as we wanted Furia to play, and they are going for the top 12. We'll be back after a quick break and bring you guys more 2 maps of good Free Fire. We are back live, and we are back to bring you guys the map of Kalahari, the 5th map of the day. And we got some information we were talking here. MTS already with 11 kills today. He's leading the kill list today and leaving the kill list throughout the season now with 106 kills throughout the season, getting closer and closer to the record that was set last season by CS. I'm checking the exact number that we had last season from CS. It was 112, 20 something points. I'm getting here the correct information. I'll bring you guys during the broadcast. But we also have, Carol, a good moment for Fúria in Kalahari that used to be a great map for them, and they are bringing it back in this season, Carol.
Yes, yesterday...
132 points from CS last season. Thanks, Vinny, for the quick information. MTS is coming after him.
By this time, it was 130 points.
No, not by this time.
Not by this time, but the confirmation of the 130 points. So that's incredible. That's amazing what the kill leaders are doing here in LBFF. And like Marcelo said, Kalahari, it is a good map for Fury team. We know that they are trying to bring back their best game, and they are known to be the best team in Kalahari with an amazing Booyah breaking records around here. And yesterday I remember that they were hitting the goalpost in Kalahari.
Who's not hitting the goalpost is our airplane, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R15D5 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop, Carol!
So for the last time in this triple rounds, welcome to the desert of Kalahari. And we know that in Kalahari, it is way too important to be aware of the rotations of the teams. They are so close to each other. This is a short map, but way too good to spot your enemy. So be aware of that, because at some point, we will meet again. I feel like Star Wars right now. May we meet again.
We will meet again. And now we have Loud getting into position. Once again in playground, unharmed. Brabox coming into play in place of Noda. Not Will. You can breathe, Carol. It was not Will who went out.
But I just know that today as well.
50% of the people around the FF squad world is now breathing lighter because Brabox came into play for Noda and not for Will, Carol.
I will breathe a lot more if GodQ played today. He didn't play yesterday and not playing today again. So it is a vacation weekend for GodQ.
And I'm breathing in relief as well because Luca came into play for Real. And it was not VM7 who went out, it was Tattoo.
Ah!
Yes!
How come? That's impossible.
So cry me a river.
Cry me a river.
Cry me a river. Oh my god, how good it is to see Carol crying because of FF Squad. I am beating you this season.
Marcelo.
She's so mad, it's so funny to see her there.
And Spill is on the game. I asked for Spill.
In the place of D3.
Thank you, Spill. Please do 11 kills right now in Kalahari map and more 20 in Bermuda. I want.
It's not D3 who went out. D3 is still playing and he's still in my team.
No, but I think I made a big mistake choosing Spill, because one thing that for those who are casting players since the very beginning of the season know that you cannot choose a player who doesn't start playing. Spill, it is a player that is chosen to play by the 4th map, by the 5th map, and that was a mistake made by myself, so not good.
Cry me a river. And now Autoboot goes after the players of XD. Angelo is already down. At least it was not Debzada, the first one to go to the floor this time. And now he goes after DZN Kill, who uses the chrono to keep himself alive, while him and Brenin rush to try and flank the players of Real. Real trying to get some important points now. They are after TSM, not Fury anymore. And VM7 is cooking his grenade, trying to get some kills onto the players of She's There. Autoboot will put this EN kill down. And now he rotates. Autoboot gets the kill. Gets the confirmation of the kill. And Debzada is the only one alive. Run, girl! Run, woman!
In Debzada we trust. Unfortunately, again, not a good day for She's There. They were not having glorious day this triple round.
Glorious.
Even though they got...
Now I will give in till I'm victorious.
I know another song with a glorious.
No, this is a WWE reference.
Double.
WWE. Wrestling.
Nice. Marcelo with a old school for you guys here in LBFF. But as I was saying, She's There only were good on Saturday. Unfortunately, today it is not their best day here in LBFF. They are in the bottom of as one of the worst teams. But Netshoes Miners will engage with one of the best, Loud, right now.
Now we have Loud going after the players of Netshoes Miners. Bill, Natividade, Broilo, and Kawan is the one leaving the shots on Broilo. Please stop shooting Broilo. Let Broilo leave. He's in my FF squad. Let him live. And now we have Kawan putting Broilo down with a grenade, and he will finish off Broilo with another grenade, and now Broilo is down, and Bill goes down by another grenade of Kawan. Good job by the top killer in the history of LBFF, now with more than 400 kills onto his name. The Carioca Kawan is trying to get the players from Netshoes Miners down and out, as we see Will also going over, but Natividade will put Brabox down with a nice Kobe onto the players of Netshoes Miners. Will have to use the double vector. Kawan gets spelled down once again with the grenade. Now with the help of Field, Will go to the floor. Natividade gets the takedown and gets the kill on Brabox and Will. Kawan is coming to try and take the lives of the remaining players of Netshoes Miners, who are Natividade, Field, and Pale. Only Broilo dead. I'm mad right now. But now Kawan is edging the river and now sending Pale once again to the floor. 3 takedowns from Kawan onto Pale, but Field will bring it back, sending Kawan down. Field gets the kill. Natividade is the only player still remaining in this fight for Netshoes Miners, but there's only one player to fight for Loud as well. It's Kronos, and he's leaving because SS Esports is coming into this fight. Phoenix will get the kill onto Natividade, and there's Kronos not there anymore. He just left. He said, I'ma go to my wife and kids because I'm a family man and I will not be in this fight anymore, Carol.
Unfortunately, the whole squad of Netshoes Miners, it's being wiped out right now. Is wiped out right now by SS Sports. Butionio, Danadinho got the last kill over Field. But anyway, follow the game because I'm very mad right now. If I keep talking about how mad I am that I chose Dog Black, I keep confusing myself. And the whole squad of Netshoes Miners is wiped out right now. It is so sad for my FF squad.
Shoutouts to Fernando. Shoutouts to Michele Silva that came to watch here with us. KHMK that is also watching here. And Fernando said that you gotta be the older sister of Maísa because you look like Maísa a lot.
I have heard that so many times. And I love Maísa. If I look like her, I'm okay with that. Maísa, kiss for you that is watching us as well.
You're Maísa's prima. As
I am Maísa's cousin.
You're her cousin, indeed.
If I look like Maísa, I look like Whindersson Nunes as well.
I don't see that resemblance between Maísa and Whindersson. I don't actually see it.
I think it's the hair.
I don't actually see it. This resemblance indeed. And now we have, once again, Tropa and Amazon Crips fighting against each other. We have Salis, Master, and GG in the low ground in a predicament against the players of Tropa. Shots coming from above, trying to take Master down. Salis is also being harmed. Master goes down because of the safe zone. GL will put Spill to sleep. More grenades from Killet trying to Kobe the players from Amazon Creeps. Killet just sent himself to sleep. He took his melatonin and went to sleep.
Melatonine.
A nice shot of Melatonine from Killed. Just sent him to sleep. We have Salis trying to get some cover. Master goes down once again. And now Fúria and Fluxo going at each other. Hatin is down. Nobru gets the kill on Gusta. Memgad puts Cias down with the side. Let's see if Puro Osso will come into play today. Japa BKR putting Memgad to sleep.
Wow.
And Fúria is down.
Way too easy.
Easy job for Fluxo to send Fúria back to the lobby. And finally a bad matchup by Fúria. Wow. While Metagaming hold on Fluxo inside of the house. We see Giga and Salis, the Tropa team, dealing with Amazon Creeps. We have now Metagaming also trying to deal with Fluxo, while Killed, D3 and Giga spread themselves to avoid this confrontation directly with Amazon Creeps. They lost two important players, Master and Salis, that will be not playing today. However, we still have the GGL duo into play. The favorite duo of Raça Negra. GGGGGL.
No, he didn't.
And now we have Real Esports trying to go over. And Luca takes Debzada down with the explosion of the vehicle. And I just broke Carol over here. We just broke Carol over here with the GGGL song.
Juninho. That's the best guy that you find to put here. Amazing.
And now Real is trying to rotate. They got a kill on Debzada. And now is back to the lobby. Once again, as we see Autoboot doing the robot dance, that turn around that the players do with the character. It's the robot dance. And now Gus doing the need robot dance. While we see that Kronos is right by the side of Los Grandes and they didn't see it. Look at Kronos. World hide and seek world champion. Loud Kronos right now, Carol. As he just watches the players from Los Grandes run. And he thinks about his life. I got boletos to pay tomorrow. He's just there.
And the song plays. Hello, darkest, my old friend.
And now we have the fight going on between SS Esports and Metagaming. SS Esports might now save Fluxo and get in a huge predicament if Fluxo waits for Metagaming to leave and starts dealing with SS Esports. Metagaming has the top-down view. They have the high ground advantage. And they have three teams by their feet. Los Grandes, Fluxo, and SS Esports. And we also have B4 coming from above. And if Fernando wants to find people that look like me, look for Josh from Drake and Josh. And look for Marcos Magela, the comedian.
I forgot. That's true. Marcelo got the jokes here, guys.
I make jokes about myself as well. I do look like Marcos Magela.
That's incredible. That's incredible. I will never forget about the GGGGL. That's no, that was the best trocadillo that you did.
Yeah, I was good on that one. I admit it. It was a good one.
That's amazing, Marcelo. But if you notice here in Kalahari this time, most of the teams are doing the late rotation. Not all of them are going for the middle position, the center position in the map. Before are playing the edge for the very first time. I seen them playing on the very edges.
And not on the Refinery. They were forced to leave Refinery, and now GG will be forced to leave the game because he just went with the pad to the right side of B4, who will destroy him with no ceremony. But two players went down because Metagaming is watching that fight by their side. We know that SS Esports is now having to deal with Real, and they're rotating from inside of the house to fight Real, but they are the best positioned team in the safe zone right now. They should not leave this house, and it seems that they got it. They understood it. While Metagaming will have to move, they will have to leave the higher ground advantage, and now they will have to deal with all the three teams that were below them. While we see B4 also having to deal with Metagaming. Fawn will put Giga down. And now Kawe takes two players from Before it was Cauê and Guimons getting 2 kills. Rafa X comes into play and puts Sloss to the floor. But Guimons brings it back. Good day by Guimons. Good day of play by Guimons. Getting kills from Metagaming. Cauê and Guimons gets the confirmation of the kills. Puts VM7 down. Drax gets the kill and Guimons is rushing after the players of Fluxo. We see Fawn getting 1 kill onto a player of SS Esports. And look at Spill. Look at Spill with the side. 2 takedowns, 2 kills for Spill with the side. He is the real Puro also here. He is the real Grim Reaper taking the kills before went down. And now Jubinha gets Lobato. Wild Gus puts Drax to the floor, but MVR comes into the play with the Bao onto the face of Gibbons. Los Grandes now gets wiped out. The best team in Kalahari this season is now out. Metagaming also out of this matchup as we see SS Esports going over and trying to take Cloud, who has only Kronos. Kronos got the kill on Phoenix before Jubinha could make it back. And good job by Kronos keeping Loud alive and into the 4th position in this matchup. Now we see Tropa going after the players from Fluxo. Fluxo will have to deal with Tropa and SS Esports. Fuck gets the kill on Killed, while CS tries to use the grenades to take D3 out of this matchup. One more grenade can take him away, and a good job by CS going for the Kobe onto the players of Tropa. And now we have Butch on the top of the standings. Fluxo has the numbers advantage, and a good shot by Fuck putting Jubinha now. Great Kappa by Fuck with the AWM. MTS helps Jubinha back onto his feet. Fawn is still in this game, keeping alive the dreams of Real leaving the relegation zone. CS with the grenade! Once again, he takes MTS down. He tries to take the other players down from SS Esports. MTS goes down once again. Japa, BKR, and Nobru are going for the rush. Fuck is going as well. And they take the whole squad of SS Esports. Now there's only Fawn for them to deal with. Only Fawn is still alive and behind the rock. He will not be leaving for very long. And it's the triple boo! Yeah, for Fluxo! What a dominant day by Fluxo. They want to go after before. And it was a good last minute fight for them. Taking 11 kills, 23 points. And Fluxo is back on the fight for the top of the standings, Carol.
Oh me, oh my, Marcelo, what Fluxo team are doing today? Please join me with the face of Nobru right now. Booyah for Fluxo team, triple booyah for Fluxo team, 11 points for elimination, 12 points for the booyah, 23 points. And Marcelo, I tell you what, this season we got the best performance, the best team of the day were Metagaming with a 94 points. We still got one more map to go, and Fluxo team already got 83 points.
They can go after the record.
They can go, Marcelo. Oh my heavens. They can go after that because they already got this booyah with 23 points, followed by Real Sports waking up a little bit late after Furia team, and they finished this match in the 2nd position with 14 points. CS is the MVP of this match with 4 eliminations. SS Sports down to 12 points. Tropa coming back for the top 5 in the 4th place with 11 points. Metagame finally doing an amazing job around here with 9 more points, and Loud in baby steps in the 6th position.
Good job by Loud, keeping at least 6 points, and finally a bad game by Furia and a good game by Real, changing a little bit the pace of what we are having in the fight against the relegation. And also we have to talk about XD, who today is close to nothing around here. Close to no points. We will get the confirmation of the points of the 2nd half of the teams. But already we gotta say, she's there with only 15 points throughout the whole day.
Only 4 eliminations for them.
4 eliminations.
5 matches, Marcelo, and only 4 kills.
It's
such a shame.
An awful day for she's there. At least they got 1 point from Furia. With Amazon Creeps also with a bad game, one of the few bad games that they've been having throughout this weekend. Before, bad game for them as well after the booyah. But we gotta talk about this triple booyah from Fluxo. Now they get to 12 booyahs in this season. an impressive mark for them. So great to see what those guys are doing, Carol.
Yes, and for the very first time today, Furia went back to the lobby with 0 points in their engagement they had with Fluxo team in Kalahari. Was not so good, and we know that Furia, they kind of know the map of Kalahari, but Fluxo team is way ahead of them, dominating.
And we gotta check the standings to see what changed on our table with this matchup. Fluxo going back to the 3rd position. SS Esports now 60 points behind B4. Still a large lead by B4. However, SS Esports cutting it a little bit.
Before we finish this group phase in the first place, for sure.
It's almost impossible for someone to take it from B4. We still have one more week to play. And it will be kind of impossible for someone to get to B4. But I think it's almost close. It's almost certain that they will score more points than Vivocade scored last season to get to the finals. Vivocade went over 700 points, but it's believable that before we'll get to them before the end of the season. Vivocade went to the finals with 726 points.
Yes, they broke the 700 barrier. Yeah,
726 to be precise. And before can get to them because they still have 2 days to play. They still have one more map in Bermuda today, and then next week they have 2 days of play. It will leave them like 70 points behind. They need to score 35 in each day, and there was not a day that I remember that before scored less than 35 points. And Carol, do you need to rest your throat a little bit?
Yeah, I do need it because I feel like Bermuda, it's going to be a map that we're going to use a lot of our voice.
So let's take a quick break and we'll be right back for the last map of the week. And now Rafa X is rushing over, trying to take MTS over there, and it's good to see Rafa as a starter once again for Los Grandes. And now the fight starts on fire with one player falling down a piece, 2 players down a piece right now. Butch on trying to save Phoenix, and Jubinha is now down. There's only Butch on and Phoenix to fight. MTS is always also on the floor. There's one more player down. Rafa X gets Jubinha eliminated, and Butch on! The big dog! He showed up for the fight! Got the quadra kill! Welcome you all back to the last map of the day, and I'm eager to ask you, is the Quadrabuia possible, Carol?
Oh yeah, it is way too possible, Marcelo, because that's already happened with before, and before even had the chance to win a competition such like LBFF, and why not a Quadrabuia coming from the former winners from season 4.
So let's see if this will happen, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R15D6 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So for the last time today, let's join the party in Bermuda with right now Amazon Crips and Real Sports.
Let's see if this fight will extend itself for long, and VM7 gets the kill on GL, and he draws the heart on the sky and gets the first blood for my squad in FF squad. I gotta say thank you, VM7.
Real Sports, they really changed their game, and I like to see this kind of clapping their hands for the first blood for VM7 from Real Sports. And I like to see this kind of game coming from a team that it is about to be relegated, but they are not by chance running from the chance to fight against teams here.
Let's see what this squad from Real can do against Amazon Creeps, because they need those points. They need to improve if they want to get to TSM, who is now the first team outside of the relegation zone. And now Autoboot is the one leading the charge for Real with VM7 over there. We have the players still running and still searching for a good spot. GG is near Luca, not helped by his duo GL, because he was already killed by VM7 to start this matchup. Quick kill for Real, getting the first point of the day, of the map, I mean. And now we have Fon and Carol. While we were talking about Real and Furia and XD, we gotta talk about TSM. TSM is a team that misleads us sometimes, because it seems that they have amazing days and they're still fighting against relegation. And now Salis will take VM7. Not VM7, Salis.
Was Salis your chose one as well?
I
today?
chose him on Saturday, not today. We see Autoboot now putting Salis down, and he will get the kill onto the player from Amazon Creeps. Now it's a 3-on-2 fight for Real Esports. They have the numbers advantage. They have the location advantage. They have a good view onto the players that are coming from Amazon Creeps, while we have Netshoes Miners dominating Sentosa all by themselves, because Amazon Creeps chose not to go for Sentosa after they got smashed by Netshoes Miners, who brings Train into play in place of Peu.
I think Peu and Trem Bebê work better together. We are better together. I trigger myself as well, Marcelo. That's I got you right now.
Songs are a trigger.
Yeah, and I
Let's
think
work out.
They work way better together when they are together. But also, Broil is doing a different performance with the squad of Netshoes Miners. This is the last match. I feel like with the replacements in Netshoes Miners team, shows that Dog Black is trying to set new strategies to take that to the finals. And as the last match, it is good because they were not having an amazing day and important day for this side. But what it is important right now, it is to see if Amazon Creeps will survive of Real Sports, if Real Sports will survive of Amazon Creeps, and if Fluxo Team Los Grandes, Netshoes Miners, SS Sports XD before Furia, Loud, Metagame, and Tropa will get a booyah around here. Another booyah for Fluxo Team, maybe another booyah for before. It is a huge question mark right now.
And now we see SS Sports and Fluxo facing off against each other. That is a fight that could lead one of them away from the end of this matchup. And Fluxo is already getting the car to get closer and closer to the rotation of SS Sports. They want to engage, they want to ambush SS Sports right now, as Jubinha and Phoenix lead the charge, put on Wazina need of healing. And the two players from SS Sports will rush onto the players of Fluxo, who rushes at the same time. Now we have the fight going out in the open. Fak tries to break the ice to get to MTS. MTS puts Cias down. This guy is incredible. With the FAMAS, he puts Cias down. And Cias will be helped by his teammates. Fak over there is trying to rotate, try to find the better positioning for this fight as SS Sports retreats and takes a better positioning right now. And they chose not to fight, actually. They went to the Riverside, and they will face off against Los Grandes. They end climbing the hill in Riverside to face off against Los Grandes face to face. Let's see how they will take this fight. Right now, we see Buton and Jubinha by the wall. One at each side, and now Jubinha seems to be rotating to find a good spot. The grenades are coming in. Phoenix takes good damage from the players of Los Grandes. MTS tries to bring it back with the grenades as well. And now he uses the ice to reposition. We see MTS rotating. He has to help Jubinha. Mamute is getting closer and closer. Japa BKR will put Phoenix down. And Fluxo is now getting to the fight. Phoenix goes down. Rafa X is coming to try and take Jubinha out of this matchup since Phoenix is already down. We see MVR. We see 3 players from Los Grandes, and Rafa X is the one who takes the kill, but Butch on with the side puts another player down. Gus tracks Jubinha with the grenade. We have MTS with the Babao, and he's all by himself. He will get a kill on Mamute. He tries to take Rafa X as well. He now rotates, and Jubinha will get that kill while Gus shows up and gets the kill. Japa BKR gets one on Phoenix, but Los Grandes gets 3 kills on SS Esports, and now they will have to deal with Fluxo as well, Carol.
Yes, unfortunately, SS Sports being the first team wipe out, and such a surprise coming from Los Grandes that since the 4th map in Purgatory, where they are changing their placement in the safe zone and it's working really good, they are looking way too strong. And right now, setting these new goals to take it to the finals, it's way too crucial for them. I think right now, with the 4 eliminations that they got, they will remain safe and sound and wait for the safe zone to shrink, as XD also are doing the rotation.
And now Cias gets the kill on DZN. Debzada also goes down. It's starting to get hard for XD to leave that battle as well. 2 players now down, and Fluxo is trying to gather points. Debzada will be sent back to the lobby by Japa BKR. Japa having a good day here today. He was the MVP of the first map of the day, and now we have Furia going after the players of Los Grandes. XD is also by that same region. Bielgar is leading the charge for Furia, while we see Loud also coming with Kawan, Brabox, Kronos, and probably will come as well. We see Kawan running like the samurai, holding his katana, and now he has his weapon on his hands because he knows that he will face off against Furia. Furia's players has no idea that Loud is really close, and good grenade by Kawan taking Gusta down. Good grenade by Kawan, now by Brabox puts Memgard to sleep, and he sends him back to the lobby. Now there's only 2 players to fight for Furia. Good job by Loud, surprising in this fight. Loud sends already 3 players down from Furia. Hatin is on the floor while MVR tries to bring Los Grandes into this fight as well. It became a war zone near that house in Riverside. Bielgard is still alive, but the grenade from Kawan is coming. He's forced to show up his face, and he takes a lot of damage, and Furia will be sent back to the lobby by Brenin. XD getting the kill onto Furia, and they are back to the lobby. Riverside is becoming an incredible, massive war as XD tries to hide, but Fluxo is close. Japa BKR gets the takedown on Brabox and forces Loud to reposition. D3 gets the scythe kill on field, while Kawan shows up to try to get Kronos. Kronos will be sent back to the lobby by Gus. Double kill with the grenade by Gus, and now they have Will by his side, and he will use the grenade to try to put Will down. And look at the Netshoes Miners going down by the actions of Tropa. Netshoes Miners will be back only next weekend. And you guys, don't forget, it will be here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. Monday at 7 p.m. We're expecting you guys here. As we see, Los Grandes already 6 kills for them, 4 onto the hands of Gus. Brozin rotating. He might face off against Metagaming. By the middle of that rotation, he sees Kawe, and Kawe uses the ice to protect himself. The dam is now all Metagaming, but Before is coming from above, using the high ground advantage, while the grenade's coming into play. Prozin. One more grenade from Prozin, while Metagaming is already rotating, already going after the players, and Iago will put Lost down. The first player from Metagaming will go down, but before still have good players to fight this fight. Kawe puts Juan to sleep while Lobato uses the double vector to bring it back. The rotation now with Prozin putting Drax to sleep, and Kawe goes back to the lobby. Gimons gets a kill on Juan. The bridge is all taken by Metagaming, but Lobato is now running after Gimons. Gimons is the last player from Metagaming into this fight, and they will be sent back to the lobby. Bad day, poor day by Metagaming, and now we gotta keep our eyes open on the teams that were coming to take Metagaming's spot inside of the top 12. We have already seen Amazon Crips losing lots of players in the first fight of the day, and Furia back to the lobby. So they might be safe because their opposition are already back to the lobby in most part. We see Will trying to break the ice to go after the players from Los Grandes. In this battle in Riverside, Carol, I'm sorry that I'm not bringing you to give the insights, because lots and lots of fights going on right now.
I was expecting that for Bermuda, for sure.
It's an agitated map right now. SK1 tries to use the grenades to find the players of Los Grandes. He don't want to engage in an unnecessary fight. He wants to take down the players with the grenades, but he couldn't find the best spot. We will see the safe zone closing, and where the safe zone will close to, probably to Riverside. As we see a lot of teams positioned right there. We have Fluxo by the middle of the map, the middle of the safe zone, in a good position to wait for the last safe zone. That will have the information in 3, 2, 1, and now Fluxo is in the center of the safe zone. Fluxo, she is there allowed, and Los Grandes inside of the safe zone. Tropa also partially inside. The two players from Amazon Crips still alive, still trying to get some more points. We see Master and Salis, and Master and GG over there rotating to inside of the safe zone, and they will hide inside of a house, as we are watching right now. Master already inside of the house. GG was trying to gather some information, and the game now cools off a little bit. Carol, thank you, because now I need to stop the Eminem, the fat Eminem voice right here, and we can talk about the bad choices that happened throughout that fight, Carol.
Yes, unfortunately, the bad choices were made, and the teams right now, they are still alive, needed to survive for a better position. We know that Loud is also not having a good day today, so also a bad decision to try to engage with the full squad of Los Grandes. Kawan and Will needs to precisely get a good position, yes, but they also need to avoid a battle that they know that they might lose it. But let's see, because Los Grandes is also engaged. They won it. They are not. They were so sure they was going to win that, and they got the position. But 3 players from Real Esports are coming for the last 2 players of Loud team. Will and Kawan needs also to put their skills on pronto.
Now we see Loud trying to hold off against the players from Real. Kawan went down by the shot of a player from XD. It was the ZN kill, but he put Luca 9 before to the floor. Autoboot is now helping him. Kawan is trying to rotate, trying to leave the house, because he's now a target for a lot of teams. And Japa, BKR, putting Autoboot down. Fawn now takes a grenade launcher shot to the foot, and Kawan will get the kill on Autoboot. Loud stealing kills from Fluxo, and the grenades are coming towards Fawn. He tries to find Fawn over there, but just an inch of life that he takes from Fawn. Now Loud tries to rotate with Will and Kawan away from that house. Luca is behind that ice if they don't have this information. Luca left and got the first kill on Luca, and now Loud will go down. Fawn came back to save his teammate, and Loud is now out of this game, and they will be back only on next weekend. Now we see before going after the players of Amazon Crips, the grenade from Prozin, putting GG down, and now there's only Master. He uses the ice to protect himself, to get a cover, and to run away from the players of before. The grenade launcher shot takes Iago, but doesn't take Lobato. And now Amazon Crips go back to the lobby in the 6th position. CS tries to use the grenades to take the players from Tropa. Killed is fighting against him with the grenades as well. And a nice grenade now by Killet. Takes half of Sia's life. And Sias is forced inside of the house. Now, an old western standoff between Tropa and Fluxo. Fluxo, who is looking for the Quadrabuia. 5 teams, 16 players in the field, and the grenades from Sias to try and take 2 players down from Xd. Great job from Sias, finishing off those 2 players. Angelo will now put Sias to sleep, but he can be helped by his teammates. And look at Angelo, what he's doing. He gets 1 more kill onto Japa BKR, and he will have the time to rotate. Before was sent down by Tropa, who has now 6 kills, and Fon takes Sias with a grenade launcher shot. He's coming for the kill. He takes Sias down. Now there's only Nobru and Fak to fight for Fluxo. Nobru has the information on Angelo, and Fak now has the grenade launcher. Nobru and Fak dealing with the players from Tropa that are coming, and Xd will go back to the lobby because Giga got a nice sniper shot. Tropa now looking really strong into this top 3. They now want to deal with Nobru, and Nobru will be killed by Killet with a nice mini grenade launcher shot. And now there's only Real to try to survive against Tropa. Tropa, who is having an incredible day, now might close it with a good booyah. Fon tries to open the fight. Spill goes down. Luca gets the kill, and Luca puts Giga down as well. Fon will go down. D3 gets the kill on Fon, but Luca puts D3 to the floor. It's a one-on-one. It's a mano a mano. Will Real turn this match around? There's only Killet, and Killet saves Tropa. So it's a boo! Yeah, Tropa! Killet saved what could have been one of the highlights of the year. Great job by Tropa, imposing their will in the last fight, showing that numbers advantage matter, but Luca almost brought it back, Carol.
Almost. Was for an inch that Real Sport with 2 players, 3 players doesn't win this fight against Tropa. And finally Tropa, after going back to the lobby in the top 3 or top 5 positions, are getting this final booyah of today matches to finish in a great position for sure. And I tell you what, Marcelo, Tropa, even though this was the only booyah, they went really good today, doing smart moves, you know, inside of the top 5, in the top 3, and with 11 eliminations, 12 points for the booyah, 23 points sets them in great positions.
Let's check out the confirmation of the points for this drop number 6 of the day, with Tropa with 23 points, Real with 15, good job by Tropa, and good job by Fluxo with 12 points. And Carol, the information is that they had 83, right? So with 12 they go to 95, and they probably broke the record of the season for the most points in a single round. Before in the 4th position with 12, she's there with 9, Loud with 9 as well. Killet is the MVP for this matchup. He should have done it yesterday because he was in my team. Today he's not. And Aulos Grandes with 9 points as well. Amazon Creep 6, Metagaming 3, SS Esports 2, Netshoes Miners 1, and no points for Furia. But Furia is allowed right now to have a moment to rest.
Exactly, they need to rest right now. Even though they were the second match that they went back to the lobby with 0 points, they sure need a time to rest. After yesterday they went so good, today they started as well very good. And right now, Marcelo, I want to see our table for sure, because I want to see where Fluxo's team, how many points they have difference between SS Sports and before. We got to check this out for sure.
I think they went over SS Sports once again.
Probably they went over. And we got to check it out also, the best team of the day, because like you said, they might, or for sure, they broke their record.
And let's check out the standings, and because there is a lot going on.
2
now
points.
SS Sports is 2 points ahead of Fluxo.
Ouch.
2 points, and still now 70 points behind before.
Yes, winning in eliminations of Fluxo team, but Fluxo team is the only team with 12 booyahs. After the triple booyah they got today, they set the tie break way ahead of other teams. But Corinthians maybe can break that ahead of Fluxo team the next 3 rounds that we are going to, triple rounds that we're going to have next weekend. Loud and Tropa with a points difference still, but both of them looking very good and very strong in our table. Netshoes Miners not having the best day. They were in the bottom as the worst team so far.
Look at the relegation zone. Real is out. TSM is in. 2 newcomers in. Team Solomid and XD are inside of the relegation zone, and they have 1 week to make it count. Furia and Real, who should have been inside of the relegation zone since the first weekend, now are out and pushed TSM and XD inside. Amazon Crips only 2 points behind Team Coda Solid to try to get to the top 12.
We pointed
TSM
out
only 1 point behind Real, so it's a real fight right now.
Yeah, we pointed out that Furia team had a glorious moment since the last matches from last Sunday. But also, Real Esports, they are setting new goals. They are setting new strategy. They are going for the eliminations. They were coming from different kind of teams, going for new drop calls, and they deserve the congratulations as well. They are trying really hard to leave the relegation zone.
Both of the teams increased a lot, and you gotta check out who was the best team of the day. And of course, it was Fluxo, 95 points for them. A new record, Carol.
The
For
best
this
round.
season, the best round of the season goes to Fluxo. 13 kills for Japa BKR, Mr. LBFF, 11 for Cias, 8 for Nobru, and 8 for Fak. And look at what they did in Kalahari. 43 points in Kalahari, Carol.
Yes, and we were counting that they were the 30 best team playing today in Kalahari, because the best one were Los Grandes and before. But they managed to turn the table for their side. 43 points in Kalahari, and well balanced between Purgatory and Bermuda as well. Purgatory 32 points and Bermuda 20. The triple booyah came, and I like to see also the picture of the numbers of eliminations. 13 for Japa BKR, 11 for Cias, and 8 for Nobru and Fak. Well spread between them. They made definitely it count with a good squad.
Let's check out the highlights of the day, because a lot of more teams need to be spoken of. SS Esports and Tropa are 2 of them, and what those 3 guys on the bottom did today was incredible. 13 kills for Japa BKR, finally coming back to that play that we expect from Japa BKR, from a guy that has that huge amount of kills, and I am eager to see if he broke the 400 points barrier. Today he was close to doing it, and we are going to check this out. We have Killed with 13 kills. He keeps in an amazing form even after the change in the metagaming, such as MTS.
Yes, on Japa BKR, who is the former MVP, the first one in LBFF history, finally coming back among the 10 best ones this season. We know that season after season the game changes. We have new faces playing against each other and trying to be the best one, the most available player, but still good to see this old facing fighting over to be the kill leader. And since we are talking the kill leaders, we gotta check this out.
Let's check out who are the kill leaders. MTS is now dominating.
107 kills.
107 kills, and he has 12 more maps in the regular season, 9 more maps in the finals, because it's tough for SS Esports not to go to the finals, so 21 maps. He has an average of 1.4 kills per map. If he goes with the 1.4 kills per map, he will go for something like 140 kills, 145 kills in this season, which is just unbelievable, Carol.
Unbelievable as much it is the work of Killed it's doing this season as well, trying to get among the old faces, as I said, of Japa BKR. MTS, it's also a veteran, as it is Iago. And to see players like Killed and Chinese join the kill leaders shows how great Free Fire it's been seasons after seasons. K1 is still trying to hang in the 5th position, but I want to see which player is in the 6th position, Marcelo.
Let's see, it's Gus. It's Gus. He had an incredible day, and he's back into the top 6 for the kill leaders list. And Carol, of course, we're not finishing the regular season. We still have 1 more week to come. So we got to check the schedule for you guys to see how those teams will face off against each other. All teams will be playing next week, and they will play the same amount of maps. On Saturday, we have groups A and B going at each other, Carol.
On Saturday, Group A and B, back we are going to watch this battle with Amazon Creeps, Fluxo Team, Los Grandes, Netshoes, Marines, Esports, and She's Dead that we watched today against Bone Team that need so bad to do something about their position in the table. Corinthians contesting the place of before. Nitrox Top 10 who had an amazing weekend, I would say. Team Coda Solid trying not to fall to the Access Group. TSM trying to leave the relegation zone where they are right now. And Vivocade trying to bring back the best game.
And on Sunday, we have groups A and C. As Carol pointed out, Group A in a lot of predicament and a lot of need to improve, while Group C has before fighting for the top. We have Loud fighting for the top and Tropa fighting for the top. Fúria and Real fighting now to leave the relegation zone and go for the top 12, and Metagaming trying to keep their spot inside of the top 12. And on Monday at 7 p.m. we'll have more Free Fire coming for you guys with groups B and C to close out the regular season in the hypiest fashion we could have. Fluxo, SS Sports, before Loud, Tropa, all fighting to be on the top of the standings.
The gold key.
It would be amazing, right, Carol?
Yes, indeed it would be amazing. I would never miss that, Marcelo. I will be right here watching this with all of you guys because this season, Marcelo, was incredible to watch.
And it's not over. We still have 3 more days of regular season and then, of course, the grand finals for you to watch. Don't forget to follow us at FF Esports BR. Don't forget to follow Carol at carol.bombshell and me at Marcelo Ferrantini. And tomorrow is a holiday here in Brazil. And this day, this October 12th, is used to pay homage to the kids that are from all around the world. Here in Brazil, we celebrate the kids.
That's cute!
Those are me and Carol as children. So give your children a hug, give them a kiss, and for you, if you are a kid all around the world, happy Children's Day or tomorrow from our Brazilian culture to you all around the world. Thank you for joining us, and Carol, thank you for being here with me today.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me in this triple rounds. I know you guys love it to have lunch and dinner with us. Happy Children's Day to the beloved children that play Free Fire, but also to my nephews that are home and they are also crazy for Free Fire, for my host kids in the United States. I love you guys, and happy Children's Day for all the kids around the world.
One huge kiss to my son-in-law, Bento. Dindo loves you, and also Morena. Sammy Dindo loves you as well. Vini, Amer, thank you guys in the crew for helping us bring you guys these emotions, and thank you guys for watching. We'll be back on Saturday, so we're good to take off. Let's hit the skies because it's time to drop. See you next weekend.